All right, quick timeout, people. Look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports app. And get this, it's the easiest way to win that money while you're watching games. Look, here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players while watching the games, and then you just lock it in. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. And yo, if player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winners, spreads, totals, all in the same app. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. New users, only one code. That's code Speakeasy. Play $5 and get you $50 in lineups for free. Y'all know the vibes. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being standing behind the bar, nicknamed Carebear, Kieran Nicky Simple, and I am joined here today with 2 gentlemen that made their mark in the National Football League. One of them, a Pro Bowler, all-time great. I'll get to his intro in a minute, but the other one, he made an all-pro team on special teams according to PFF in 2014. That is one Emmanuel Acho in the building. How are we doing today?
Beautiful people, y'all could be doing anything. You're hanging out with us. We do not take it for granted. Hope y'all had a beautiful day. It's about to get even better. Too much news to get to. We will try to jam-pack this, but shout out to y'all for coming to kick it. Carebear, keep it pushing.
Got you. Enough of that PFF All-Pro. Let's talk about a real one, an AP All-Pro. The all-time leading rusher for the Philadelphia Eagles, one of the shiftiest running backs of all time. I'm talking about 2-5, 2-Live, LaShawn Shady McCoy in the building.
You know what's crazy? You learn something new every single day.
What's that?
Yeah, you had an all-pro vote?
Oh, that was a special teams all-pro.
Wait, like you made it.
Yeah. But let me clarify. Let me humble myself. It was Pro Football Focus. So, AP has an all-pro team, like the Associated Press, and then Pro Football Focus, they come out with all-pro teams based upon their own statistics. Yeah. I was a special teams all-pro.
Like, you remember whenever you went out there?
That matter, though. Hold up.
No, it does. It does,
Kieran,
man.
shut up and just introduce the other person.
Shut
up and introduce. I know Kieran said it. I know Kieran said it.
He was literally throwing it off the backboard to himself.
You know, like a pitcher when you can tell what ball they finna throw? Yeah. I already know Kieran's joke.
I was about to let one rip. Anyway, joining us here in the Speakeasy as well, the man in charge of the chat, the man who does the best on socials of anybody in the business, one of the hardest working men we know, Social Trey in the building. How we doing today?
Listen, man, I'm feeling good. The weather is warming up here in LA, and I'm happy for that. And I'm just glad to be with y'all. That's it.
We're happy to have you here, man. We're happy to have you here. Look, we have a jam-packed show for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. We have to get it started off by talking about the first blockbuster trade of the offseason in the NFL. The Texans have received running back David Montgomery from the Lions in exchange for a 4th-round pick, Juice Scruggs, and a 7th-round pick. Unfortunately now, Sonic and Knuckles no longer together. Jahmyr Gibbs responded right here. Tears in their eyes, walking away from each other. The Lions have their running back 1, and now the Texans seem to have their running back 1 as well. Who do you guys think won this David Montgomery trade?
You the running back 2-5. Talk to me.
What's the talk about? I'm gonna say the Texans though, man. They're gonna really get running back. I know who's the star over there now.
It was Nick Chubb, and then Woody Marks.
No, but he's coming back.
Oh, they have Joe Mixon, but we don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So not knowing what he's going to be, you get a guy like David Montgomery who's really, really good. He could be a starter on any other team if he didn't play for the Detroit Lions. So I like this trade. I like this move. You look at the Texans, man. Like, it was a tough year for them. They played great on defense, offense up and down. Yeah. And your quarterback wasn't great, right? So now you get another running back in there that can really push the pace in the passing game and in the running game. So I like this move. Great defense, really good running game, right? Play action.
Texans didn't just get better. The Texans got exponentially better. Because David Montgomery is a running back 1 in the National Football League. Not only is he great running the ball at the backfield, he can actually catch the ball too out the backfield. He does a really good job as far as his reception percentage when he's targeted. David Montgomery, 4.5 yards per attempt last year. He didn't decline. He just got less time, and rightfully so. Jahmyr Gibbs is a generational speed at talent and likely a generational talent up and coming as well. So one team's not necessarily trash, but one team's discarding of a running back should be another team's treasure. Nick Chubb, he showed up for the Texans in a mighty way this year, but Nick Chubb had major reconstructive surgery. I don't want to depend on him. You talk to people inside the Texans building and outside the Texans building, nobody knows what's going on with Joe Mixon. Go out there and get you a running back that actually, based on last season, doesn't have that much tread on his tires. Dave Montgomery is going to be incredibly hungry, going to be incredibly angry, and is now going to a legitimate contender. So if you think about the Texans, offensive line needs to get better, wide receiving core needs to get deeper, and that running back room, it needs to have a guy. Given that I don't know what's going to happen with Joe Mixon, David Montgomery is legitimately a guy. Like, there was a period in time where I would have suggested he was a top 8 running back in football. Probably a 3 to 4 year stretch in there where I would have suggested he's a top 8 running back in football. And beyond that, David Montgomery, 2.5, he plays a brand of football that the Texans love. Physical, beat you down, smash mouth, run through you, don't run around you.
The hard part for me, though, is like, man, he is so good. I think him and Jahmyr Gibbs together is special, but it comes a time where now, like, Jahmyr Gibbs is about to get a new contract, and they probably want more reps. They want more carries. And I think Dave Montgomery, he's like, yo, I want more touches. I want more carries. Yep. And now he goes to a team where he can get that because he deserves it. I mean, I think people forget how electrifying he was when he's with the Bears. Yeah. Then he comes with the Lions, and like, damn, it's a 1-2 punch. That's where we got the Sonic and Knuckles where they came from. So I like him getting his own backfield to really do his thing, and he's a really good player, yo. Like David Montgomery is a true starter. Any other team in the league, right? It's probably maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 teams where he probably can't go in there and just beat a guy.
Yeah.
But other places he can go there and beat a guy because he is that good.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, 2.5. Like, we're uniquely gifted in this show to have you on here, especially when we talk about running backs. People are tweeting out and saying, well, David Montgomery's 29 years old. Everybody says you hit 30 as a running back, you start to decline. I know you don't necessarily believe in that. But when you think about David Montgomery, 158 carries last year, 185 carries the year before, 219, 201, 225, 247, 242. That's his NFL career.
That's all of it?
That's it.
That's
Is that a lot? Is that a little?
That's a little bit. You know why? He doesn't even have 300.
Yeah.
So a lot of the bell cows, we get a lot of touches, right? And when you keep getting that 300 carries, it takes a toll on your body. You look at Ezekiel Elliott.
Yep.
Yo, when Zeke came in the league, he was explosive, he was strong, he was fast, he was physical, right? And then when you get 300 carries after a while, it's like, yo, you slow down. Yep. So I think the difference is with Montgomery, yo, you said maybe he had 200 carries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Twice?
David Montgomery currently has 1,477 carries in his career.
Bro, listen, I'll tell you this much. He's
me.
Still fresh.
Yeah.
After this last year, he didn't get a lot of touches. He didn't get a lot of carries. He's still fresh.
Hey, put in context, and y'all know in the Speakeasy, we try to break things down for y'all. Kieran, put in context, how many carries did Zeke have his first 7 seasons? 7 seasons.
His first 7
seven?
Quick his first 7.
I want to get you the first 5, it's going to be a lot.
Actually, I'm not even going to lie. You said David Montgomery has how many in his
under
first? In
1,500. He has 1,477 in his first 7 seasons.
Yeah, and in Ezekiel Elliott's first 4 seasons, he had 1,100 carries.
You see what I'm saying? That's a lot. And then now we're like, oh, well, why he's not the same? Well, what you think? That's what the truth story is. What happened with the running backs was 2 things that hurt the market for the running backs.
Yep.
One is when them guys from the Denver Broncos back in the day with Shanahan, the Pops, dudes like Terrell Davis, who was not a first-round draft pick, but damn, he get 2,000 yards in this type of scheme. Okay, so I can get a low draft pick running back, and he can get busy like a first-rounder. That was one problem. The second problem was like guys were getting banged up a little bit. So you know what? Let's get 2 running backs. And now lessen the load for each running back. It hurt the market because now it's like, well, I can't pay you top dollar because you're splitting carries with somebody.
Yeah.
But the reason why is because you don't want the problem like Zeke. Imagine if the Cowboys compared Zeke up still with Dak.
Yeah.
And we don't have 1,400 carries in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? Let's give Zeke 225 carries. Let's give him 230. Now, he'll probably still be in the league.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, 2.5. Jahmyr Gibbs, because now we got to talk about the Detroit Lions aspect of this. Can Jahmyr Gibbs handle this? Should he be excited about this? Is this blessing or is this curse? Because now Jahmyr Gibbs has 158 more carries. He's not going to get all of them, obviously, but he probably going to get another 50 or 60 carries next season, and that's probably another 90 or 100 touches next season if you also include the passes that he's now going to have to catch. Is this a blessing for Gibbs or is this a curse for Jahmyr Gibbs?
He's only going in his 4th year. So he's still young, right? It's money time. They know that money is going to come for him. You're going to have to pay him. But I will say this, though. When you have a superstar running back that can go the distance at any given time.
Yeah.
So let's say if David Montgomery goes out there and gets a nice run, breaks some tackles, make a guy miss, and he gets you 25 yards. That's pretty good.
That's really good.
If Jahmyr Gibbs is back there and gets that same opportunity, bro, that goes for 80, 90.
Yeah.
See, one thing about splitting carries with a guy is, in a football game, especially for running back, you'll have 4 to 3 big opportunities to make big plays. So in a game, sometimes if I have a big run, right, I'm like, damn, cool. If I want to get 200 yards, all right, I'm at 4 chances to have big gains. You get what I'm saying? Now, if I miss 3 runs or I might miss the wrong read or something like that, in my head I'm like, damn, bro, I got one more chance. Because that's how it really works. You only get like 3 good opportunities to make big runs. You might get a 5 here, another 10, 11, 12, but them big ones where you make one guy miss, you go the distance.
And he's maximizing those opportunities.
So my point is, so now when you get a guy like David Montgomery goes in there, he makes a great play because you only get like 3 or 4 of them a game.
Yeah.
He gets, let's say he gets one of those big plays and he gets 30 yards, 20 yards. That's cool.
That could have been.
Jameer Gibbs gets that same thing, it's going 70.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So now I think it helps the offense out, but also it might hurt him because, you know, David is good. He's strong and he's physical. But I like the move because I guess you get to see more of Gibbs.
I've never asked a pro athlete this. Answer me this question. In ball, usually for me, I knew there were about 3 plays a game that were going to be the special plays.
That's what I'm saying.
Every other play, Acho, just play technique, play fundamentally sound. But you might know, hey, they're going to run a stretch away. And when they run a stretch away, you can run through the backside, and that's a TFL. You might know, like, hey, when you see them come out in the pistol formation, it's going to be like a play action boot. Stay upfield, that's going to be a sack. Did you know based on like the tape? Because you're right about the plays in the game. But did you know just based on the tape, like, okay, I got about, it's 3 home run plays. Every other play be Shady. But it's 3 plays that are going to make me LaShawn, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it depends on certain defenses. You know what I mean? Like certain guys you watch on tape, you know, sometimes with the backside, they might have, you know, the DN crashing down hard. Right, and have the safety or somebody come down to take that gap. So I'm like, all right, cool, bet. In certain run schemes, I'm going to have a one-on-one backside. If I make him miss, it's a wrap. There's other plays where you're like, okay, depending on your wide receivers that's blocking for you, right? The linemen block it up a certain way, dual blocks, you know, double teams up to the backers, and you're bringing them safeties or the wide receivers in the block like the Rams do. And you got a guy like Puka, like, all right, he gonna take this corner, I got one-on-one with the safety. Or he gonna take the corner, or he gonna take the safety. I got one-on-one with the corner. It's always plays like that. You're like, yo, it's about to make a big ass play. Now, it's depending on how it's blocked, right? But there's only a couple of times in the game where you think about that. You know what I'm saying? So certain plays or certain players know, yo, I'm gonna get 2 good chances to really take it to the crib or get a big play. As running backs, you always count your yards, right? If you want 150 yards, you know, in the first half, you're like, yo, let me just get 70 something. Let me get 65. Yeah. You know what I mean? In the second half, you do the same thing. But you could get a big-ass 30-yard gain or 40-yard gain, and now you're like, damn, I only need a couple more yards to get to 150. So it depends who the running back is. A lot of running backs don't do that, though. Like, there's some guys that's like, you know what? I'm going to wear and tear this game all day. Derrick Henry gets a lot of big plays, but I think the way he plays the game, he's not looking to get no big chunk yards. He's so physical, that's going to come to him. Yeah. And there's other dudes like Jameer Gibbs, like LaShawn McCoy, like Marshall Faulks, like LT. Yeah. We going to get a big game here somewhere.
Yeah. I love it.
No. I think because of the presence of Jameer Gibbs and then also what you just got for a running back too, the Lions absolutely won this trade. Also, today they released a veteran center, Graham Glasgow, a 33-year-old center, cleared up $5.5 million in cap space. In this trade, not only did they get 2 day 3 selections, they also got Juice Scruggs, who might be playing that center role, or they might move their rookie guard, Tate Ratledge, to center. I think the Lions are in a perfect situation right now. I wanted to ask you guys, though, how do you guys feel about the Lions Super Bowl window? We know that they're a very talented team. Now making this move, do you think that window is closing or do you think that window is open?
I don't know if they're in a rebuild, but they're in a remodel. And it's the first time I've actually used that, sitting next to a home builder extraordinaire, LaShawn McCoy. If y'all don't know what he does in his free time is build properties and whatnot. So remodel. A rebuild takes a long time. Yeah. A remodel, it might take a little while. We might need to change the kitchen. That's still going to be about 2 to 3 months, depending on what appliances and what furnishings you're putting in there. It's a remodel. Lions aren't winning anything competitively, I don't believe, in the next 2 to 3 years. I think that degree is gone. Ben Johnson, we still don't know of his replacement, if we're comfortable or competent there. Aaron Glenn, I like his replacement because I like Kelvin Shepard. I like what he's been able to do as a DC. But the Lions, we're still not entirely sure just how good they're capable of being. You now lose David Montgomery. You've had some restructuring on the offensive line. The defensive secondary just hasn't been able to stay healthy for as long as you need them to stay healthy. So when I really think about the Detroit Lions, I think that Super Bowl window is not necessarily closed, but it's postponed. It's pushed back. It's delayed. Furthermore, eventually, what's going to happen to Jameson Williams? Because he's going to want to go get his bread. Eventually, Jameer Gibbs is going to want to be and should be probably the highest paid running back in the National Football League, depending on if Bijan sets the market, then Gibbs clinches it, or if Gibbs sets the market and Bijan clipses it. So I do think that their Super Bowl window is delayed if it was ever open, because I'm not a Jared Goff believer personally.
Yeah, but I want to say it's still there, but I don't know, man. I did not like the offense last year. It was too inconsistent. There's some games where they kicking ass, and some games they're not. They can't move the ball at all. And now they're going for the fourth down. They're like 0 for 4. The way it looked like with Ben Johnson, was like, yo, this team has a big chance. Just think about how we looked at him, though. When Ben Johnson was there with this offense, we said, yo, this team has a chance to be this, be that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then now when he went away and Dan Campbell took over for most part of the year, it's like, it didn't look the same. They didn't look as confident. They didn't look as dangerous. I don't know if I could believe in the Detroit Lions. I'm going to be honest. They got pieces over there, so they'll always have a chance. But the Detroit Lions do not scare me the same way they did when they had Ben Johnson as the coordinator.
Yeah.
The kicker for me, though, let's be real. Jared Goff, do we believe in him to win the Super Bowl if the Lions are not elite anywhere else? Their defense will never be elite. Right, they'll be good. They won't be elite because an elite defense takes a completely different restructure of pieces, which the Lions simply don't have.
They also just didn't hit. They didn't hit on the secondary. I mean, they have some good pieces. I mean,
do.
Brian
Branch is a good player.
Brian Branch is awesome, but you didn't hit like the Seattle Seahawks hit.
Yeah.
And in that secondary, you didn't hit on those defensive draft picks as hard. Now they're good players. I'm not saying they're not.
Jack Campbell's a good player.
Jack Campbell's amazing. All pro.
Anzalone's a good player.
Yeah.
Hutchinson's a good player. I just don't.
You don't
think
have
they
those
have
elite though. Especially on the back end. That's really what I mean, though. Like Aiden Hutchinson, also, after that leg injury, you're not getting the same. It doesn't look like it's the same Aiden Hutchinson as it was before.
This past year.
But
I do think he can get back there.
Hopefully,
I just don't know that. I'll put it like this. Lions aren't going to have a number 1 or number 2 defense in football. And if Jared Goff doesn't have a number 1 or number 2 defense in football, I don't know if Jared Goff is carrying you to a Super Bowl. Because I saw him get outdueled by Jaden Daniels. I saw him get outdueled by Brock Purdy, if we're just being honest, the year before.
Yeah.
So I just don't know if Jared Goff, outside of having a stout, shutdown, elite defense, I just don't know if Jared Goff.
I don't gonna lie. I like Jared Goff, though. I think he plays well in the system, right? He got a good tight end, a good running game.
You do.
Solid
Good wide receivers.
Good wide receivers. So I can't put that all on him. Like you talking about the Brock Purdy stuff. Like they should have won that game.
They should.
Coaching mattered. We forget when the coaches they mess up.
Yeah, that's true.
He kept going for the fourth down. We didn't need to.
Yeah.
They had that game won.
You could say Jared Goff is the LeBron James of Mac Jones's.
Say that again.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff is the LeBron James of Mac Jones's. Like in the world of Mac Jones's, he's the
best
LeBron James. He's one of the better, one of the best ones.
I think Jared Goff is an extremely good quarterback. An extremely good. I don't think he's special. I don't think he's elite. I don't think he's. I think he's good.
But I'm learning. Like you don't have to do that now. Nowadays, with the Sam Darnolds out there, you don't have to be special or elite. You don't have to do none of that.
No, true.
You can just be good in your scheme, right? Manage the game a certain way. Need certain players to step up, right, on the offense.
Yep.
And you need some guys on defense.
But you better have special or elite defense around you.
Yeah, because you do need a better defense. Like even the Jaden Daniels game you mentioned earlier, gave about 45 points in that game. It's.
But here's the other thing. There's forever a stain on Jared Goff because Sean McVay walked into Los Angeles, saw Jared Goff, a number 1 overall pick, 6'4", 220, went to a Super Bowl with Jared Goff and said, you're not good enough. And then got rid of Jared Goff and then won a Super Bowl. So proved, Jared Goff, you weren't good enough. So at the point in which, forget me and my small wisdom, Sean McVay, brainiac, he walked in and said, hey, Goff, you good, but you're not good enough. Got rid of him. Like, to me, that suggests Jared Goff isn't going to be able to get it done, especially at the point in which you had Ben Johnson, you had Montgomery, you had Gibbs, you had Amon-Ra, you had Laporta, you had Jameson Williams, and that couldn't get it done, and you had Aiden Hutchinson. I don't know when you're going to have a better setup.
Yeah, I still don't know if that window is closed. I do think because of this move with David Montgomery, though, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to reset the market, and you're going to be paying a running back. He's probably going to be one of the highest paid players on your roster, just simply because he's
probably
going to get
Shady highest paid running back in history. Will Jahmyr Gibbs be?
That's how it works.
Jahmyr Bijan is going to be. Yeah.
No, he should be though. See, that's another thing because he's not the quarterbacks, but like he should jump over. I don't care who you think the best running back is in football. He's one of the elite guys, and he should jump over the number 1 dude.
Yeah. And I think
if we could have a world where Trevor Lawrence. What are some guys? What are some guys that's just not
Jordan Love.
Yeah,
Jordan Love. They could be number 1, number 2. Like, why can't Jahmyr Gibbs?
Yeah. Kyler Murray got $200 million. So, like,
yeah,
think about that. No, but also the fact that he's going to be the bell cow this year, he's going to have the best year of his career if he stays healthy this season. He's going to get 300+ carries probably. Bruh. He might have an 1,800-yard season. Yeah,
he might go for 25 on purpose.
I will say he don't need 300 to do that. He's so good and so explosive. Where
he's going to get there regardless.
Not only that, they got so many players around him though. James Williamson is like that. You got St. Brown's. He's nice. Like and then the tight end,
Laporta
gets crazy busy. So now, like, you can really move the ball around and get busy, give crazy work. I remember when I was with the Bills. I always say like my Bills years, it really like showed me who I really was because I didn't have a lot of help. And I still was putting up numbers. But in Philadelphia, it was easier because, I got Deshaun Jackson over here. I got Jeremy Maclin over here. I got Brett Selleck. Got Michael. So it was easier to do more with less. I don't need 28 carries. Just give me 16 and the pass for 2. I'll get you what you want.
Kieran, how much longer are you holding on to Dan Campbell?
I love some Dan.
Whoa! What are you asking right now?
I'm implying that, like, have we seen the peak with Dan Campbell? Time out.
Oh, I got to call out some hypocrisy here.
Please call it out.
You wanted to keep Kevin Stefanski for what reason?
Right? Get him. Get him.
You did.
Right.
Name me a coach better than Dan Campbell in your lifetime in Lions history.
Right. And Dan with the
Dan
culture.
Bro, come on now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Dan Campbell he's a player's coach. He does the dirty work. Even last year, like calling the plays and doing what he had to do. Right?
Yeah.
Nobody's expecting Dan Campbell to go out there and do it. They were out there putting up 30 in games. Dan Campbell turned the Lions or what we thought of the Lions completely around in the last 3-4 years. Like I'm
Dan's that real coach you need in the locker room, right? Yeah. Like. You think he can see, but then he can't because he puts his glass on to see the plays. He got the tobacco in his mouth, and then sometimes he forgets to spit and he swallows it. Dan's the type of coach you need. He gonna give you the real. He gonna give you the real interviews at the end of the game, right? Post game, he gonna say what he want, how he feel. You need dudes like that in the locker room. So yes, I'm rooting for Dan Campbell.
Nah, Dan Campbell.
Don't you not never say something bad about Dan Campbell.
Talk to him.
Nah, never. If that's in the South.
Now never.
And they be like, no, never.
Now we do have some super chats.
Where we at, Trey?
We do. A couple of people.
We got a couple super chats. First one is from our lady,
L'Oreal. What up, L'Oreal?
Shout out to the women regulars. Yeah, most definitely. We do. She said, "I missed y'all. I appreciated the videos. Talking about like the compilations we put together during our hiatus." She said, "I appreciated the videos, but it just wasn't the same. I missed the intro, Bear. Very much deserved time away."
There's a sermon there.
There's a sermon there?
Maybe not a sermon, but like a video ain't the same as a real thing.
Preach it.
Yeah.
Now, what do you mean by that?
That was one of the worst sermons I ever heard.
Okay.
The shortest sermons be the best one.
That one wasn't, but I
you talking about being at service? They like receiving a sermon at service is better than the video? Okay, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. She said very much deserved time away, but I'm very happy that y'all are back. It was a struggle. I love you, Shady. You're my favorite player with an eagle emoji at the end. Wait, so is he just your favorite Eagle ever or favorite all-time player? Let us know in the chat.
I'm your favorite something. I love you too.
That's facts.
Fly. Green everything.
All of that. Ain't no pressure podcast 7024 said, I seen a clip of Acho on the old show when D-Law got traded and him and Michael were going at it, and he said, quote, let's be real, D-Law. You ain't winning no championship in Seattle.
Who said that?
Michael said that to D-Law.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did. Because Marcus Lawrence was like, he left and was like, I just was never going to win one in Dallas. And they're like, you're not going to win one out there. It sucks, man. Two of the best DeMarcuses in Dallas history left and won a ring immediately. That's kind of tough. We need another DeMarcus, man. I don't know.
That's all I got in the super chats, man. I appreciate
where we at, Kieran?
Look, man, talking about your Philadelphia Eagles, LaShawn McCoy, Dallas Goedert reportedly will definitely be moving on from the Eagles. Big news from one of the better tight ends in the league. Fellas, how do we feel about Dallas Goedert potentially moving, and can they afford to lose him?
Eagles for sure can't afford to lose him. I'll tell you that right now. Jalen Hurts thrived last year off Dallas Goedert touchdown passes. I think Dallas Goedert had 11 reception touchdowns. I think 2 were from the 1, 2 were from the 2, 1 was from the 3, 1 was from the 4, 1 was from the 5. When the Eagles got into the red zone, because they did not know how to run the ball into the end zone, and then because the tush push became significantly less successful, they relied incredibly heavily on Dallas Goedert. I don't know that the Eagles can get rid of Dallas Goedert until they find the replacement. Because what the Eagles always try to do is have 2 tight ends, you have the replacement, you keep it pushing. Brent Selleck, insert Zach Ertz. Once we realize Zach Ertz was a full-grown German Shepherd, all right, you good. Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert. Once we realize Dallas Goedert is capable of taking it over, Ertz, you good. But where's the tight end replacement right now for the Eagles? Who's the guy? I knew Ertz was the guy. We knew Goedert was capable of being the guy. I think Goedert was maybe a second-round pick, if I'm not mistaken. Ertz being a second-round pick. Who's going to be the guy? And so at the point in which Dallas Goedert isn't there, tush push doesn't work, and running the ball in has never been the thing. I just don't know how the Eagles' red zone offense is going to be capable. I don't know that they can afford to get rid of Dallas.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I do not like it. I like Dallas. I do. Because now I'm thinking about, if you really watch Jalen Hurts, that's his main go-to dude.
Absolutely.
You got a lot of trust in him.
Absolutely.
So we're going to lose Dallas, and I'm hearing we're going to lose AJ. I don't love this. I don't like this. Don't sound good to me. And last time I checked, we did not play well on offense. So I guess, you know what? Let me just look at the plan, right? Because Howie, we trust.
And Howie, we do trust.
And Nick, all you do is win. So let's just figure it out what we're going to do. Let's see how we play this thing out. But right now, I do not like it.
Acho, I just realized something.
What happened, G?
So I was thinking they got Grant Calcaterra back there. He was solid in college, but I don't know if he's going to be able to take over. The Eagles during the Combine were very popular for interviewing Kenyon Sadiq. You don't know, just set the Combine record for running a 4.3. Brother, I think the Eagles might be getting, knowing Howie, he's going to draft a 4.3 running tight end, and it's not going to miss.
Yeah.
And I will be mad. I'm going to be very, very mad about it. Now, look, I do think there are replacements. There's some very talented guys in this next upcoming draft. If Dallas Goedert is someone that you have to pay, the Eagles have an incredibly talented roster. I understand maybe letting him go if he is one of the pieces that you are to let go on that offense, right? Also, maybe you get some trade some trade options for A.J. Brown. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I think this is a situation where, yes, he's an awesome player. He's Jalen Hurts' go-to guy. I think now with the new offensive coordinator, there needs to be somewhat of an identity change in that passing game. Let him walk. Let him walk and draft another guy, and how he's going to end up taking Kenyon Sadiq, and he's going to be a superstar immediately.
The hard part for me, though, y'all, is y'all realize how much change is coming to Philly off a team that doesn't know what it was last year anyway. The identity of the offense was confused last year. You have a new offensive coordinator in Sean Mannion. You might lose your leading reception guy as it pertains to touchdowns in Dallas Goedert. A.J. Brown, he might be here today. He might be gone tomorrow. We'll talk about that momentarily. To me, there's just way too much change for an offense that was already completely unstable.
Would you say it's more change than what they had from 23 to 24? Because
I'll be honest, man. Like, we make so much big deal about the coordinators. The coordinators, like, when you come to Philadelphia, the coordinator changes. We got to fit everything around Jalen Hurts. That's how it works. We're going to run go balls. We're going to go on slants. We're going to run hitches. Our best year, we did the same thing. When Jalen Hurts had on the yards thrown, that's what we did. We do go balls. We do slants. We do hitches.
Yep.
We do drag, like simple drag routes. Like, it's all the same. I think the difference is maybe we get some more RPOs or some more quarterback-driven plays. Right? Let's make it simple. We're a better roster than most teams. We don't have to have these exotic coordinators, right? We're being Kellen Moore in there. Everybody wants to say how great he was, right? And he won a championship with him. But if you look at Kellen Moore's offense before the Eagles, that's not his offense.
True, but let me give you this.
So, and the last point is, like, we can win with the team we have. We have better linemen, we have better running backs, better wide receivers. We have a solid quarterback. We have these things. We have a great defense on the side. So we don't need these great offensive coordinators. Just be efficient and play efficient football.
But think about this for a moment. Jalen Hurts, 25 passing touchdowns last year, 2.5. Dallas Goedert responsible for 11.
Yeah.
That's about 40% of your touchdowns in one guy. Yeah. So the Eagles don't get touchdown passes off shots to A.J. Brown. They don't get touchdown passes off deep shots to Smitty, not in excess. 40% of your touchdowns to one guy, and you want to get rid of that guy? I just don't know if the Eagles have a luxury.
What he had the year before that?
Jalen Hurts?
No.
Or Goedert?
Goedert
The year before he had – go back to it. Goedert the year before he had 11. He only had 2.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah.
So he only had 2 that year, and we won a Super Bowl. So we can play around with the numbers and all that, but I just know this. We play winning football. We don't really play stats football.
Yeah.
You know, you might not have 1,300 yards. You might not. We're going to win games, right? And there's some things I think with Jalen Hurts we need to do is use his legs more. If you really watch when he was really rolling, he was on the same passing concepts. We ran the ball well with Swift, right, when he was running around a little bit. Saquon, obviously, the year he had. But Jalen Hurts, he ran the ball a little bit more. So I just think, let's go back to what we know. Go back to the basics. We talk too much about the coordinators, right? I think the coordinators never really made the Eagle offense.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. As a anti-Eagle, Kieran, Dallas Goedert, big deal, no deal?
I think it's a big deal losing him. It's
good player.
He's a really good player. He's a really solid player. He's a playmaker as well, though, too. I can't even name you how many third downs.
He's durable and all
very
that.
durable guy. He shows up. But I also think for the Eagles, if I'm an Eagles fan, I'm kind of viewing it as like, do I pay Jalen Phillips? Or do I pay Dallas Goedert? Do I pay Reed Blankenship? Do I pay Dallas Goedert? Do I pay N'Kobe Dean? Or do I pay Dallas Goedert? I think there's like there's tough conversations that need to be had. But Dallas Goedert I view as more replaceable than maybe those other guys.
And if you're Howie, you keep a good tight end on deck.
Yeah.
If there's one thing you know how to draft, I think
the Eagles have always had a good tight end. Yeah.
Brent Selleck drafted there. Zach Ertz drafted there. Dallas Goedert drafted there. Like, you keep a good to great tight end on deck. So I'm with it. I just, the only cause for concern is simply Jalen Hurts trying to figure out who and what he looks like with the new offensive coordinator. And the other thing, offensive coordinator. What he's going to do, the first thing he's going to do is look at film of the team last year.
Can we be honest, though? Jalen Hurts this next season has to take a step as a passer. He does. For the Eagles to go win a championship, like they know they can, he has to.
It's not Jalen. He's taking as many steps as possible, big dog. Like he's not too.
You don't think the new offensive coordinator knew? You think this is just who he is?
This is exactly who Jalen Hurts is. Jalen Hurts is not going to become a better passer. So you can try to change the passing concepts, but Jalen Hurts ain't. He's in year like 8.
Yeah, I don't buy that. When I'm watching the Hurts, right, he has gotten better from. I remember the days where he would look at one receiver and just always.
I watched Dak Prescott become a better passer.
He can get better though. I think he gets more confident, because he's playing better. Now he had a setback year, this past, but you can't say he's not gonna get better.
I think Jalen Hurts can get more consistent. But what I'm thinking about, when I mean by getting better, Jalen Hurts is never going to light it up for 40 passing touchdowns unless they move it to a 25 game season.
Well, got to be 40, but like, what about 30 something?
25 game season.
35. Oh, that's crazy.
25 game season.
It's a speakeasy.
Man,
can I be honest? Where we at here?
That's crazy. Look, keeping the Eagles' current asking price for A.J. Brown is reportedly very high. They would want a first-round pick and also a top 100 pick for A.J. Brown services. I mean, he's one of the top wide receivers in the league. It makes sense. Are the Eagles asking for a little too much, though, in your opinion, for A.J. Brown?
Shady, you got to go first. I don't like what I'm going to say.
I mean, I don't want AJ to go at all. Like, we need AJ. But he's that good. He's a first round talent, top 100 pick for sure. Just think about this for a second though. It's 32 teams in the NFL, right? There's 2 starters. If you whatever offense you're running, with a number 1 receiver, number 2 receiver, even a number 3 receiver, he's probably on 28 teams to number 1 receiver. So why wouldn't we ask that? Right? Any team he goes to, they instantly get better. The offense, I don't know what they were the year before, but he gets on the team, they instantly get better in offense. Passing game. Right? Now the scheme is different with AJ Brown. So yeah, I'm surprised they're not asking for a little bit more. AJ is that good.
More?
AJ Brown.
AJ is that good. AJ is a top 5 receiver in football. I've always believed that. I've been team AJ Brown from day one. And in large part why I have so much animosity at times versus Jalen Hurts. I'm like, bro, you holding back AJ Brown. AJ Brown's only worth the first round pick if he's the difference between you and a Super Bowl. Maybe New England Patriots, Buffalo Bills. If AJ Brown is the difference between you and a Super Bowl, Denver Broncos, he's worth the first round pick. But if AJ Brown is the difference between 8 and 9 and 10 and 7, he's not worth the first round pick. Because not only are you going to have to pay AJ Brown, $100+ million, whatever his contract is that you're going to have to now eat up. You also don't have that first round pick who's going to be on a rookie deal for 5 years that you get to own him for. And then on top of that, AJ is 28, 29 years old.
Yeah, he's older.
So it's like, even if you get AJ Brown for 4 years, you're not getting him at 4 years on a rookie deal like you would be getting a rookie for. So AJ's worth the first round pick if that first-round pick is a missing piece. Remember, A.J. Brown ended up being the missing piece for the Philadelphia Eagles to help them get to a Super Bowl and inevitably help them win a Super Bowl. But by no means should you give up a first-round pick for A.J. Brown if you're like the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, I got a question for you, though, right? Yep. So a team like the Commanders, right, they'd be a great pick for A.J. Because I don't know if they're contenders, but I think A.J. helps them out. They got there 2 years ago. Good quarterback. You build his confidence up. Another thing, I don't believe about the rookie thing because you drafting a rookie, you don't know what you're really getting. True. You look good in college. Everybody looks good in college. You know what you're getting. With A.J. Brown, you know what you're getting, though. You know if you want to throw the ball around and you got a solid running game, you know what you're going to give A.J. Brown.
Yeah, but here's the problem. You bring up a team like the Commanders. Here's why I hate a team that's in confusion. Because you need your draft picks. To Shady's point, you don't know what you're getting, but what you get might be better. Y'all remember the old game? I don't know if y'all watched it on Days Life. Price is Right?
Yeah.
Price is Right. You spin that joint. It's like, hey, Shady, do you want this? Or do you want what's behind mystery door number 1 or number 2, whatever the case may be? Sometimes it's worse. Sometimes it's as good as, maybe better. You're probably not getting better than A.J. Brown next year than the next 2 years. But there's a world where you draft a receiver that over the course of the next 5 years, that receiver's rookie contract, he might be able to compete with what A.J. Brown would be able to compete with when you talk about the 4th year and the 5th year from now when A.J. Brown is 32 and 33 years old. Yeah. Not to mention, a rookie receiver is $8 million.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown is $38 million. Obviously, I'm exaggerating by maybe 5 or 6 mil. So
the Bills, they'll pay that.
Worth it. I said Bills.
Yeah.
Patriots, right. Broncos.
So cool. Yeah, that's cool.
Like that's cool. Yeah. Those are the teams to me that I'm like, you do whatever it takes to go get A.J. Brown.
What about a team like I want to go there because that's gonna start something out. You know what I mean? I'm about to say the Browns. Good defense.
Right? Solid defense.
And we got a quarterback that's you're still trying to learn what's his identity. You're still trying to learn. He's trying to find his own self.
Yep.
You go to a wide receiver that he don't really need a lot of separation. He got great hands, right? Yep. He's going to win the one-on-one battles, them contested passes. You need a guy like that. That builds confidence.
Then the question is, you have to answer it, not me. As a superstar, would you rather go somewhere to die or would you rather go somewhere where you have the chance to win? Because A.J. will probably get 195 targets with the Cleveland Browns, but you're not going to the playoffs. And you don't know if you're going to win anything of significance. You probably got 4 more good years.
I just gave another option.
I like that option.
That's more for him. I don't know. I'll just say this though. I mean, you got your ring. You got a couple Super Bowl appearances. You got some All Pros. Stack your stats up and some money up. Or you can go if you don't like that. Go over to Buffalo. Right, I think with Josh Allen, oh my God, him and Josh Allen, oh my God,
yeah, that's the one.
That's the one team that actually makes sense though to me because to me, giving up a first-round pick and then also giving up a day 2 pick for a guy that you're going to get 2 to 3 years out of. Mm-hmm. Sorry, like he's going to be 29 next season, 30 the season after that, and he's not a smaller, shiftier route technician. He's a big body, physical wide receiver. Those guys typically don't last longer into their late 30s or mid 30s as well. I think it's a situation where if you're the Bills, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
You're the Bills. Go ahead, give it up. You already know you need that wide receiver 1. Him and Josh Allen can go compete for a Super Bowl next season.
Yes.
If you're not them, if you're the Browns, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. If you're the Commanders, even though I think he compliments a Terry McLaurin, if your defense still is not figured out the way that they haven't been, it's a dumb move. So I think it's a lot of draft capital to give up for a 29-year-old. That to me is the way I view it.
I look at something, but I look at him like as far as like probably a more polished receiver than like an Anquan Bolden.
Yeah.
Big he played a long time. Big body, strong, physical. That's AJ. Mm-hmm. And another thing about great players, great players can find a way to adjust. Right? I remember when I couldn't like juke as much my Buffalo, like later in my Buffalo years, and I still was making Pro Bowls. It was more like, all right, just quick shift. That means I'm running hard. I'm just stopping, cutting on you. I ain't really breaking you down like I used to. So great players know how to adjust. Look at some of them quarterbacks. My long ball is not the same, right? I find a way to make it okay, median game, short game, right? On time. Like great players find ways to adjust. I think for A.J. Brown, he's not in the category of like the older guys. Look at Devontae Adams, right? Like he's still older. Mike Evans, the dude's still older. And they still getting it. I remember playing with Antonio Brown. He was old. Mike Evans was there. Chris Godwin was there. All them guys was there. Mike and not AJ. AB came off the couch. He was the best one there. Mm-hmm. So the age thing for some guys, they don't really matter.
I hope that's not the case for him though. But I think for a GM, you kind of have to look at it in that way. You do like even though I think AJ Brown's immensely talented and I agree with you, he is that type of player to go and make the adjustments and whatnot. I can't hedge my bet on my future with that though. That's all.
But what about if you have a winning team now? Like there's certain teams you got to take the gamble.
Yeah,
like
for the Bills, I get it. That's what I'm saying. Like for those teams, I get it. The Patriots, dog. Even I got a better one for you. Stephon Diggs, what is he? 32? What is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody said all this about him. Even Acho was he kept saying like he don't think he's. When you watch him get involved in the offense, he looks like the best wide receiver on the field.
Yes, but that wasn't saying enough.
What do you mean?
For the Patriots, right?
Wow.
Stephon Diggs in the Super Bowl, he gave you, I think, 47.
Bro.
Of the team.
They played the whole team played terrible.
Of course.
All right, so we can't blame him.
But I'm saying it wasn't saying enough, meaning like you need more from AJ than Stephon gave the Patriots. If you're giving up a first round pick.
What I'm telling you is that he didn't. When he did get involved in the offense, and they actually was using him, it's sometimes he wasn't even on the field, and I was like, what is that? Right? But when he did play, and they did need him in big games, he showed up. Right? So my thing is, using. You think AJ Brown, if you put AJ Brown in the same situation as Stephon Diggs and you actually use him, he'll get busy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But the kicker is, for a first round pick, I need probably what you need. I need probably 2 1,300-yard seasons. If I'm gonna trade a first round pick for you, I need at least 2 more 1,300-yard seasons. At least 2 more. Whatever happens after that is after that.
Yeah, you say that, but a team that got that close was really young, got embarrassed in the Super Bowl. If they get back to the AFC Championship game, it's a great deal. The Bills, they keep falling short.
Yeah.
They got roster, they got Josh
Bills
Allen.
have to do it.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
If AJ Brown takes the Bills to the AFC Championship game in the Super Bowl, you like, yo.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. Yeah.
To me, the Bills have to do it because they've proven they're incompetent in acquiring receivers and drafting wide receivers. A.J. Brown's already a dude, and you can't keep wasting Josh Allen. Plus, Brandon Bean, you on your last life, bruh. You on your last life.
He got his upgrade. I don't think he got to pay.
He did get an extension.
That was crazy.
Yeah. It's interesting. I know I also think AJ's an amazing player though too. So I just want to see a situation where AJ can go compete for championships. I
want to see AJ happy.
Yeah.
Because more than anything, like I'm tired of seeing AJ like unhappy.
Yeah.
Like I want to see AJ happy to play the game of football.
Hopefully either this offensive coordinator figures it out or they figure out a trade. Would love to see him in Buffalo with Josh Allen. I think he'd be amazing. Keeping it pushing, we're gonna go ahead and talk about some NBA stuff. This was by far the funniest thing to come across my my timeline today, and it's a very interesting conversation. Luke Cornett released a statement asking the Atlanta Hawks to cancel their Magic City night, saying that it's disrespectful to women. And I quote, he said, the NBA should desire to protect, oh my goodness. Words are whooping me right now. I got to start thinking about Magic City.
Lose weight.
I know, it's crazy. Look, the NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work diligently every day to make this the best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful to the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Allowing this night to go forward without protest will reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society. How do we feel about Luke Cornett?
Statement, ain't it?
I think it's a good statement. I agree.
Protect respectful daughters, wives, sisters, mothers.
Yeah.
Shady, you got a daughter. Trey, you got a daughter. I know where y'all stand.
Every time we get into a culture conversation, y'all always just go the other route.
It's crazy.
First and foremost, Trey, you with me on this one?
I'm with you on this one.
Hey, look, time culture, stand up. Whatever someone embarrassing.
Protect our daughters.
But hold up. I got a question for you, though.
Protect our women.
So if you work in Magic City, though, and you a mom, you don't count because that's your job? I'm asking you. Since y'all got so much, I'm asking this court because y'all guys are against it. If you work in Magic City and you're a mom, do you not count?
Put them on the rope, Shady.
No, you absolutely count.
No, you absolutely
but I do think there's a time and place for everything in life.
For a job?
Depending on the type of job, absolutely.
I can't.
Like there's certain things where if I got a 6-year-old, like I'm not going to expose my 6-year-old to certain professions.
Yeah.
Regardless of what, there's certain. I don't need my 6-year-old in the emergency room.
Also,
I don't need my 6-year-old in the ICU. I don't need my 6-year-old watching lives be saved. I don't need my 6-year-old watching people die. I don't need my 6-year-old going on ride-alongs. So, like, there are certain professions I want to shield my 6-year-old from. And now we're talking about Magic City.
Well,
now we're talking about C.J. Stroud.
And also, to your question about the mother, though, Shady, like, do you think that mother would prefer to work in that line of work to make the amount of money that she makes, or would she prefer to work in another line of work that maybe wasn't as didn't subject her to such potential harsh treatment and or objectification?
I don't know what harsh treatment is, but I can't. I who am I to speak about their profession? You know what I mean? I play football for a living, make tons of millions, right? Someone else that had a job, I can't talk about what they did or what they want to do. I don't know that.
True.
This is what I will, because football players, they got it tough easy. We just seen players go through all type of mental health, and they making millions. So I don't care about the job part. What I'm saying is, first of all, Luke, all right? It's bigger government. It's bigger than you. Yo, this is a cultural thing, right? When you talk about Atlanta, you talk about the Atlanta Falcons, you talk about the Atlanta Hawks. Magic City is part of their like the strip clubs and all that, it's part of their culture. And a lot of people that came through the ranks of playing in Atlanta, rappers, entertainers, they talk about it. There's people that go to Magic City, you know what, to have wings, right?
Yes.
So it's like, we making this as a bad thing. He's making it a bad thing.
I'm going there to have breasts
Y'all
and
making it a bad
thighs,
thing.
Can I play devil's advocate here?
I ain't with that.
Can I
cool
play
with
devil's
that.
advocate here? If we're talking about the culture of certain cities,
the culture.
in Las Vegas is
Gambling.
Nevada is a state where legal prostitution is allowed, where brothels are actually a thing. Yep. Does that mean we should be promoting them with our professional sports league? If the Vegas Raiders were just like, yo, go down to Pink Pony Club Bunny Ranch or whatever, like that'd be a problem. Even though it is a part of the culture, like it's a different.
What's the problem? No, they don't. Let's hold it real quick.
Okay, we holding up.
None of our homeboys like, yo, we going to the brothel tonight. Nobody does all that. Well, my friends don't. That's not.
I'm saying that's a part of the Las Vegas culture, though.
A Las Vegas culture thing is like gambling. Yeah, Vegas,
of course.
Okay, so that's the main things.
But Atlanta's culture things are not mainly Magic City. To limit Atlanta's culture to Magic City is crazy. They have music. They have a bunch of other things that Atlanta is known for.
If you go, have you been to Atlanta Hawks game?
Yes.
Okay. You've been to Atlanta Falcons game?
Yes.
Okay. A lot of that's culture. You're going to see a lot of people in there.
Absolutely. Cheap food. Great stadium.
Right. Great food. You're going to go to Maxx City after the game. You got a lot of the artists. No. Basically, you got a lot of artists that come to the games. And a lot of the artists that they have in there that might do the halftime shows or they might show on a Jumbotron. They all speak about Magic City. It's part of their culture.
But here's my thing, though. At what point, though, 2-5, we talking about a kid's game. We always say, like, you play a child's game. That's literally what they prefer to professional sports as. You play a child's game. When you go into Magic City, they card you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you can't just walk into Magic City under 18, I would assume.
Yep.
So if they're going to card you to go into Magic City, should the same protections not be given for Magic City to come to you? Yeah. And the promotion of Magic City to come to you?
No, I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I'm with Shady on this. I think Atlanta is known for strippers, wings, movies, and music.
Right.
So, in that order?
No, not necessarily in that order. But those are the top four. That's the four pyramids right there.
But let me ask y'all this:
there has to be a separation of it, though.
Because like, does Atlanta want to be known for that? Like, if you live in Atlanta, we know what we known for.
What else do they want to be known for? I don't know what else they want to be. I know when Andre 3K got on stage and said the South got something to say. Atlanta wanted to be known for their music. Then they got popular. Tyler Perry went and built his studio in Atlanta. They want to be known for movies. So everybody wants to go to Atlanta for the strippers and the wings. And Atlanta.
Okay, hold on. We are. You're, first of all, north of Mason-Dixon. Let me speak for the South. Let me speak for the... Atlanta is the capital of the South, is what a lot of people say.
Okay.
Also, Atlanta, Black Hollywood. That is what it's very well known for right now.
Movies.
I understand that they're known for movies, but to limit them just to Magic City... Look,
why are we
let me finish. I think we're all fans of Magic City here. I think we make jokes about Magic City parking lot. We make these things in jest, right?
Yep.
But also at the same time, to have a professional basketball association team, an NBA team, the Atlanta Hawks, be like, yo, come out to a Magic City night at the NBA. I understand what Luke Cornett's saying. He's saying I would look to cancel them for this to go by without protest is a bad look on the league. Yeah, and I think that's okay to say.
That's fair.
I think that's very fair to say.
It's not because you're promoting a marginalized group of women getting their chicken, and there's nothing wrong with that. Pun intended.
That's their job.
That is their job. You're also in like anybody else.
Elaborate on the word marginalized, though,
because we can really go there though, because you're also promoting a business that is responsible for mass sex trafficking in this country.
God,
all right,
is it not a business that is promoted?
So are airports,
dog. Yeah, what
so are airports,
bro. Yo, I don't know. Yo, when we have these culture goals, it's like,
bro.
Dog,
that's crazy. I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with highlighting a I would say
not saying Magic City
underrepresented group of women that are also I would say in that particular instance, majority minority women.
To me, it's not even a highlighting. Again, y'all are more educated than me. The two fingers I'm pointing to the left and to my right. Y'all both have daughters.
Yep.
Y'all both have children. I don't have a child. Carebear doesn't have a child.
Yep.
So I'm speaking from the aspect of there are certain things that I would have wanted to be shielded from as a child, and I would assume that, Shady, you want to shield your young daughter from, and Trey, your older but still young daughter from.
Yep.
Certain conversations you don't have with her up until a certain point. Shady, there's certain conversations you don't have with your daughter up until a certain point. My point is simply exposing a child to a premature conversation, to a conversation that's not meant for adolescents. How do we know it's not? Because you can't come into Magic City until you reach a certain age. So I'm not even talking about, I agree with y'all on like the, promotion of an occupation, bet. But to me, there's something like, can we keep kids kids?
There's going to be parents bringing their children to that game and having to answer, what's Magic City?
You know Magic. You know when HBCU night is. You know when Magic City night is. You know when all these. Just keep your kid away from the game. Turn the TV off if you don't want to.
There's some people that can't afford to get off work unless it's that night. But you know that. You know that too well. Come on, that's bad, bro. Also, how many people are checking to see if it's Magic City? I don't know when it's bobblehead night at a baseball game.
I'll give you that. So let me help y'all because I navigate these parental waters very well.
Please.
I've been doing this for 13 years.
Okay.
So just not that long ago, Shady's son was in here with us, right? And the conversation of Magic City got brought up. And Shady was like, oh, we got to, no. Magic City is like Disney. So if your child is young enough to where you could just Shady's got a 5-year-old. What's Magic City? Oh, City of Magic, Disneyland. Right. Now, my daughter, who's older, she's 13, the conversation is, oh, Magic City is a dance club.
Can we be real, bro?
We are.
This is why I don't like the two people I'm sitting next to.
We are being real.
Here's the problem.
So we got to lie to our kids now.
People always lie to their kids.
I'm not even trying to be facetious. Let's be real, 2-5. Let's be for real. Kids got phones now.
Yep.
Like, do you want your 10-year-old Googling Magic City? Your 10-year-old son or 10-year-old daughter?
You know what the problem is, though, for real? Y'all don't live in the real world, though. I live in a gray world, dude. Like you... Growing up, you never seen a crackhead, huh? I can just tell you never even seen a crackhead.
No.
So them conversations. So
you never seen a crackhead?
No, I'm being serious though. So
I've seen different stuff.
So my mom and dad don't have to like. It's something gonna be talked about because that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Right. So that's part of the culture. In certain areas, you're gonna see certain things. What is this? What is that? What is this? You learn about it. Or you in school, they tell you about don't do drugs, and they tell you all these signs and all that. You probably never seen some of them. But in the hood, you're going to see little caps, you're going to see little... And you learn about it, and you ask questions, and your parents teach you about it. Yeah. So there's something that's going to surface just because you're living environment and the culture you live in.
Yep.
So the whole Magic City thing is, y'all keep trying to protect the little kids and all that, and I get that. It's the way you talk to children. Y'all don't have children, so I get it.
Yep.
But it's the way you talk to them. But eventually, when they get to high school and they get to college, because a lot of their songs that they love, a lot of their artists that they love, they're going to hear the music. So what you going to tell the kid? You know what? 12 years old, you can't listen to whoever the rapper is. You can't listen to Little Baby. Yeah. See what I'm saying? We gotta start living in the real world.
Let me ask you,
hold on. When we have these cultural conversations, bro, it's okay. Let's jump into the culture a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that.
But let me ask you this. At what point, Shady, like, as somebody who you lived in the culture your whole life,
right?
Don't you have to understand there are aspects that are beneficial and there are aspects that are detrimental?
100%.
Like, I grew up in a black culture because I went to church in the hood, went to all-white private school, but then I grew up Nigerian. There are certain aspects of Nigerian culture, stand up and applaud for. Naija no de carry last. Something we say we won't finish last. There's other aspects of Nigerian culture, I'm like, that's incredibly toxic.
Yeah, no.
Right? Like, ultra tough all the time, no tears. Parents don't say I love you. They just bring you food up. For sure, scamming. You say it tongue-in-cheek, but genuinely, like, there's certain aspects of the culture, like, you know what? That we can leave behind. This I applaud. What aspects, Shady, now you speak to it because you are, culture superhero, and what aspects of the culture would you...
Calling him a Magic City superhero is crazy.
That was a good one.
What aspects of the culture?
He called you Magic City, man.
Y'all crazy, man. Yeah, the AI images is coming in. Yeah, somebody cook that up.
What aspects do you guys say, you know what, I didn't need to see a crackhead growing up. Like, that didn't help me.
It helped me out.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be that. There's certain stores where we go to different corner blocks to hang out, and my dad was like, yo, you can hang out and all. You go to these different blocks to hang out.
Magic City, man, that's crazy.
But certain stores you can't go hang out in because it'd be all the drunk dudes over there. Like you know what? Y'all
also we have to be transparent with our kids, and that's the thing because they are exposed to so many things. So to answer your question about do I want my 10-year-old to, No, I don't. But what I would rather happen is my 10-year-old to see the Atlanta Hawks promoting that and her ask me, rather than just be on her phone and find out and go down a rabbit hole and not ask these questions. Hold on real quick.
Okay.
That's number one. Then number two, we can't hide from reality.
That's what I'm saying.
We cannot hide from reality. So I have had to have conversations with my daughter about trans kids. Mm-hmm. That's a conversation my parents would have never had. I've had to have conversations with my daughters about heterosexuality versus homosexuality versus bisexuality as a middle schooler, because if I don't, and she goes to school and she sees kids that identify differently than her or the same as her or look, it's incumbent on me as a parent to educate her, like, hey, you may encounter a child that thinks this way about themselves or identifies as this. And so the responsibility is on us as parents to say, hey, some people have this type of occupation. This is not an occupation that your mother and I necessarily agree with, but it is out there, and people do it, and it is an honest living, but you will not be exposed to that.
Yeah. Can I throw this out here though? Can I throw this out here though? To me, I mean, the conversation about exposing your kids to it, I understand, like, there's two different schools of thought. Some parents want more exposure for the kids so then they can have those conversations and move forward. Other ones want more censorship. My problem is a team in the National Basketball Association promoting this is a little wild. Like, it's crazy. I don't think so. So I genuinely do, like, okay, there's no cursing on regular television, right? FCC guidelines, or you have to pay fees. Right. All of these other things, because there's just a general line of protection. I can't go out and say, like, whatever I want to online, because at the end of the day, if I want to work with brands, which is how I make a lot of money, I'm just not going to be able to do that. There's a certain level of censorship that I expect. There's a certain level of professionalism as well that I expect from a league like the NBA. Having Magic City night, although funny, although hilarious, I mean, I've been laughing this entire time we're having a Magic City conversation seriously in here. Been waiting all year for this. But for me, the NBA having a Magic City night, a league that claims to be very family friendly, whenever you're promoting a strip club, it's a strip club at the end of the day. It's a little wild. It's a little wild to me.
My only last thought as it comes to a close, and again, this is, y'all got parents, I know I don't. Don't y'all feel like in society
you have parents?
You definitely have parents.
My bad. Don't y'all feel like we've gotten to a society where, like, we don't protect our kids enough? Like, I feel like we've gotten so desensitized to the protection of children. Now, I think there's one route, you can baby them, and there's another route where you can, like, just overly saturate them. But, like, we used to really honor and protect kids. Protect their eyes, protect their ears, protect their hearts, protect their minds. Like, mind you, I live in West Hollywood, right? So, like, this everything's different out here. But, like, we really used to go above and beyond to protect kids. And now it's just like, when Janet Jackson did the thing in the Super Bowl, backlash. Not because of adults, because kids were watching. This, to me, is just, we've just gotten desensitized. That's my only take. Like,
I don't even think we've been desensitized. I think there's a huge problem with it all. I think Kanye's wife completely exposing herself whenever her child is standing right there next to her. Like, although these are things that, like, a kid's going to be exposed to or see or at some point in their life, it's like, it's a little crazy that we don't have more
They're not
restraint.
Playing the game at Magic City.
I know they're not playing the game at Magic City.
The kids are not being any further exposed to what goes on within the walls of Magic City by it just being a collaboration with the two organizations. I don't see... If the Utah Jazz were doing this, I would have an issue. If there was ever a team to do something like this, it's the Atlanta Hawks, because it is ingratiated and ingrained in the culture of Atlanta, Georgia.
That is true. That is true.
It is, yeah.
Where we at? We have to have some super chats.
Let me see.
Lemon pepper wings, man. I don't want some.
People been going in on the chat, but nobody's really super chatting about the Atlanta Hawks Magic City topic. But we can get to the other ones later.
Say less. Where we at, Kieran?
We got to keep it pushing. We're going to keep the NBA conversation going. There was a video that went viral today of Luka Doncic getting into it with head coach JJ Redick. Let you guys take a look at this. Comes off the floor, seems pretty frustrated. Then JJ ends up coming over, trying to grab him. End up having a bit of a conversation here. Luka's not trying to hear it. JJ ends up going back, getting in his face. Pretty tough situation, Have a little argument, then he walks off, he says something, then Luka stands back up. Jared Vanderbilt stands up as well, plays it off, tries to stand in between the two. Pretty interesting situation, but that ended up going viral on the internet today. The question for you guys is, though, Luka Doncic, been very much in the news for being a bit of a diva this season. Do you guys think that he's too much of a diva as it stands currently?
No, I just think him and JJ don't get along. I think JJ's a fake tough guy. I think JJ's a fake tough guy, and I think Luka is exactly who Luka is. I think Luka is a baller on the court, undeniable baller on the court. I don't think Luka has the greatest work ethic that a superstar you would love to have. I don't think Luka has the work ethic of a LeBron James or of a Kevin Durant or of a Steph Curry or of a Giannis Antetokounmpo. I don't know that Luka has that same work ethic, especially not on either side of the court, or on both sides of the court, rather. I think that's the issue. Like, JJ is a ultra tough, wannabe tough guy, and Luka don't really play all that hard or play all that tough or play all that tense all the time. That's going to make them butt heads. So, is Luka too much of a diva? Luka is who Luka is. Adjust around Luka. Luka's the son. Luka's a star. Y'all figure it out. Because Luka's single-handedly taking a team to the NBA Finals. So at the end of the day, Luka's not going anywhere. Everybody else is replaceable.
Yeah, that's true. That's how the NBA is, right? But I like JJ Redick. I think Luka needs somebody like that.
Facts.
Everybody else he runs over, right? Does what he wants, drinks what he wants, in shape, out of shape. Don't play defense. He do what he want. And damn, if your head coach ain't gonna check you, who will? That's why you look at guys like, I know NBA and NFL is a little different, but Patrick Mahomes will always be a great player, because he's talented. But Andy Reid's always going to check him, right? Nice. Tom Brady was always going to be great because Tom is a great player, but Belichick is always going to check him. You need somebody to hold you accountable. Even Phil Jackson. There's times where, like, I don't know, Mike might not be doing the right thing or Pip, whatever. Phil going to check you. You talk about Pop. I watched times with Tim Duncan, Tony Parker. I watched Pop all ass run around to go check them. You need to check your star player. Now, if I got to check my star player, I got to check any player. I just feel like if you let the guy just do what he wants, it's like he's back in Dallas. So, yes, I like JJ Redick. And I don't think he's a front runner. I mean, if you really watch JJ Redick's career, he's always been tough. Little white guy that's always been tough.
Thanks.
He going to speak his mind, right, in the post game or on the court with the players. You need that.
Yeah, I hate the fake tough narrative with JJ Redick. I think the reason why a lot of superstars in the NBA act like divas that are too above everything else is because they don't have a guy like JJ Redick checking them. I think also JJ Redick and Luka's relationship is good. I think actually, as a matter of fact, this is the guy that Luka wanted. They were teammates in Dallas. He'd been going on his podcast, talking to him, doing all this other stuff. Whenever he got hired, Luka was ecstatic. Or I'm sorry. Whenever he got there, he was ecstatic to play with JJ Redick. I think it just doesn't make sense to me that Luka, knowing how talented and how skilled he is, will continue to be this much of a diva as it stands right now. Look, this year currently, Luka Doncic is averaging 33 points. 8 rebounds, 7 assists. 8 assists, 7 rebounds. And he gets talked about like he's a bum sometimes. You get online and you see the discourse about him is everyone's super frustrated. Everybody's acting as if Luka Doncic is the one holding the Lakers back. And everyone really feels this year as if the Lakers aren't capable of winning a championship because of a Luka Doncic, who's only been a great playoff performer in his entire career. To me, you need a guy like JJ Redick to try to get that out of you. How many coaches do you see actually trying to go check their players? I respect that about JJ Redick because he was in the same league as a lot of these guys. He was teammates with a lot of these guys.
But here's my thing, G. Here's my thing. If Jason Kidd can't get it out of you, it's a you thing. Like, let's not let JJ Redick can't tie the shoelace of Jason Kidd.
No.
As a player nor as a coach.
No.
So if Jason Kidd, who literally is the ultimate player's coach, who's won a championship as a player coach, essentially, as a 38-year-old point guard for the Dallas Mavericks. If Jason Kidd can't get it out of Luka, to me it's a Luka thing. And so when I really look at it, I'm sitting here like, I don't know if this, and the reason I say JJ's a fake tough guy is because his tough guys don't have to tell you that they are tough. Tough guys are just tough. You don't have to beg for respect. You're just respected. JJ Redick says things at the podium, then DeAndre Ayton goes in and laughs about it the next day on camera.
And look at how DeAndre Ayton's played this year. He probably should be listening a lot more because he's been utter dog shit.
But the fact of the matter is he's still on the court and he's still starting. Why? Because JJ, what you gonna do?
He's too talented not to.
That's my point.
But this is my point.
Toughness has ends.
This is why I disagree though. Even on the Jason Kidd, JJ Redick thing, I don't think JJ thinks that way. If every coach was sitting there thinking, oh well, I wasn't anything as a player, so how could I even coach someone that's better than me as a player? Then we wouldn't have good coaches.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he can't coach him because he's not better than him. I'm saying Jason Kidd is a better coach and was a better player. Yeah. And if Jason Kidd couldn't get it out of Luka, then I'm not sitting here believing that JJ Redick can get it out of Luka.
So then what though? Because first of all, Yeah, he's probably better coach than JJ Redick right now, but JJ Redick's in the second year.
Yeah,
right.
And Jason Kidd's second year, he was nowhere near where JJ Redick is as a coach.
Right, that's another part. But I'm thinking like, so what's he supposed to do? Not just say nothing to the star player? What's he supposed to do? Just let him just walk around?
No, I don't mind JJ checking him. Yeah. I'm just sitting here. I'm not going to sit here and like esteem it like y'all are because I don't buy it. I don't think this is going to produce anything positive.
But that's my question. What make you think he's a fake though? Because I don't think he's tough. I think he's a stern dude that I'm an underdog type of guy, right? I was a little white guy that played shooting guard in the NBA with big, strong, black, tall guards that I held my own, right? Even defense, I was just picking on JJ Redick. So I'm thinking like, and he's always been like that kind of like asshole type of player. You know what I'm saying? Get under your skin a little bit. Where was he acting like he's tough? I think he's a solid, tough guy.
To me, it's the press conferences. It's almost like the false bravado in the press conferences when he goes off on somebody, whether it's a player or when he goes off on somebody in the media. Like when you're being an unnecessary a-hole.
That might just be him. I remember when there were certain games and, you know, he would have a problem with some things that Doc would do. And he would talk about it when he was a player. Okay, then he goes on TV and the guy that's probably the best on TV, Stephen A. Smith, where my job might be in jeopardy for coming at you, but there's times where he would come at him, and I'm thinking like, yo, I don't think JJ Redick is acting. I think this is who he is. I heard there's times where because I got a lot of NBA friends, etc., and they say like, yo, they used to play like pickup and Duke, and guys would be way better than JJ, obviously, and JJ wasn't as good, but yo, I'm still gonna be tough and compete. So I think that's who JJ Redick really is.
Fair.
Yeah, I think that's who.
Can I ask y'all this question in a different way? Would y'all want to referee Luka Doncic?
No.
Would you want to be a teammate of Luka Doncic?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I couldn't do it. No.
I wouldn't want to.
No. Big no for me.
Big. And then lastly, what are y'all saying?
Hold on. And then lastly, would you want to coach Luka Doncic?
Yes.
No.
Me neither.
I'd want the results that he comes with.
I think this is crazy. I think you
no,
look at.
So to me, that's my answer. Luka's way too much of a diva. At the point where I don't want to ref you, I don't want to coach you, and I don't want to be on the bench next to you, I'm cool, bro.
So you think?
Wait, you know what's crazy? I look at, so that's a good point though. Wow. Luka's probably top 5 in the league, right?
Yeah.
What's Shea? What's Shea?
Top 5.
Ant-Man's probably top 7.
He right around top 5. Yeah.
Yo, bet you take a guy like Ant-Man. I'm gonna give you effort on defense.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you. I'm in all the offense. I'm gonna give you a little. He'll do everything. I'm gonna be coachable, and you might yell at me. The other night he said the coach got mad because he shot the ball and he should pass it.
He said this is what the F I do.
This is what I do. But he got that attitude in him.
Yeah.
Okay, Shea. I'm a good teammate. I pass the route when I need to sometimes. I'm gonna play defense when I got to. Right. I'm gonna give you effort. Everything you want these top players, they're gonna give you. The difference is, what's the difference with Luka? Because he's probably a better scorer, but he's still great. But he don't give you the other stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? The effort. And I'm a player. I've been in the locker room. And I'm thinking like, damn, if you're a great player, but you don't give me what I need, I don't like that.
Yeah,
even though you're great, I might not like playing with you, but I got you because who you are. But like, yo, on defense, it's always a weak link. And you know what? It's always you.
Yeah.
When we got to figure a way how to cover first on defense, you know what that person is? It's always you. And when you watch tape, this is another thing that people don't understand because they don't play sports. When you watch tape as a team, and the coach is there, and we all there what you watching, right?
All see it.
There ain't no fans, there ain't no agents, there ain't no fanboys, there ain't no girls. This is the team and you. And we watch the tape, you the only one dogging it on defense.
And
you the only one hustling. You the only one sitting there complaining. And now you the star, but we gonna look at you though. We can't say that to you because you the star. But we gonna look at you like this, and everyone be quiet. Cause you know. So yes, Luka's a great player, but there's certain things about him that other great players they give me more. They give me more.
I think we have goldfish memory in the Speakeasy right now. I think I have completely forgotten the level at which he has elevated a lot of his former teammates. I think we completely forgot that this is the same dude that took the Dallas Mavericks that had no business making it past the second round of the playoffs all the way to the damn finals. And a finals that if you ask his teammates, they say they sold because they went out there and shot 11% from three through the first 3 games of that series. I think a lot of people I think we're also forgetting he played injured through that run. Had PJ Washington playing at a higher level than we'll ever see PJ Washington play at. Had Daniel Gafford playing at a higher level than we'll ever see Daniel Gafford playing at. Derek Lively, higher level than ever. Kyrie Irving, one of his favorite teammates. I think we're forgetting a lot of stuff that he's actually done. Do I think he's an easy player to coach? Absolutely not. No, he's not. He's not. He wasn't an easy coach for Rick Carlisle, who we've seen is an amazing coach. Yep. It's probably not easy to coach from Jason Kidd, even though Jason Kidd wanted to keep him because he understood, hey, I'm a player. I was a superstar player. I understand the way superstar players think. A lot of superstars aren't easy to coach. James Harden's not an easy guy to coach. But the one thing that Luka Doncic does do, and I can't let y'all take it that far. Luka Doncic shows up when it matters. He does give you effort when it matters. Against the Clippers in that first series, whenever they went to the finals of 2024, he was tasked with guarding some of their best players with Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and he did a good job defensively. Now, yes, he's going to get slandered, and everyone's going to remember, oh, in the finals, you were the defensive liability, even though their defense held them to less than their season average, and the rest of the team shot like crap. I think Luka is a hard player to coach. I understand. I do wish that he was less of a diva, but also at the same time, he is by far and away one of the more talented players in the league, unquestionably top 5, and he needs to work on this. But I also think he could be someone that's a championship player.
And brother, you are right. He is one of the best in the league. We're not taking that away from him. But I gave you examples of other super elite dudes that give you effort. I give you examples. So you talked about,
and a lot of those guys haven't made like Ant has not made the finals. Okay, as a matter of fact, last time he played Luka healthy, he got worked. But
he been to in his fourth year, fifth year. He been to the West Conference twice. I'll take that. Eventually he's gonna get there. Yeah. But real quick, I was gonna talk about this part with Luka though, because everything you talk about is all offense. So you talk about they go to the finals, and they did do that. And that was really, really good. And who was the weak link on defense? Who gave the least amount of effort?
Luka.
Okay. 2022 they played the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals, right? And he was phenomenal. Do you remember who was the go-to guy they wanted to go at?
Oh, for us or it was Luka.
It was Luka.
Yeah, it's always gonna be Luka.
Steph Curry and the Warriors said, "Yo, the game plan we're gonna go at Luka." Right? They said if he's on ball, attack him. When he's not on ball, attack him. As far as backdoor cuts, easy layups. So I ain't hating on Luka though. I'm not. Luka is tremendous, one of the best in the league, right? And does a lot.
Yeah,
accomplishes a lot. But the only thing is, when we watch him, I'm like, damn, he's always.
He has a huge weakness in his game. He's not ever going to be as complete as others.
Not even complete, but this. Give me effort. But so many times I see him complain. He didn't get the foul call. They go up the other side, up the rim. They go on up the court.
I agree on that.
He's still back there complaining about a call. I'm thinking like, dude, play defense.
I agree.
And not only does he does it in the regular season, he do this shit in the playoffs.
I agree with that. My problem is though, you understand that comes with it though. He's one of the most advanced offensive prospects we've ever seen step into the NBA. 100%. Just point blank period, he is. And with a guy like Steph Curry was also a defensive liability in a lot of times in the playoffs.
But he gives you effort though.
Yeah, he does give you effort.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying another thing about Luka is right. Like Luka is so great, but there's other great players. There is like Shea.
And we've seen Luka strap up.
I don't know if you think Shea is better or Luka or not. I don't know how y'all look at that. They close to compare. And what I'm saying with Shea is he ain't no crazy lockdown defender. Yeah, no. But he gonna give you effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? He's a foul merchant and all that. But he don't get a call. He not sitting there complaining.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that matters.
I agree with you on that part.
That matters.
So I think we take it a little too far.
And
Luka's never won it. Bro.
Oh, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just saying what I watched. And that film room was a good one because, you know that feeling.
That's real.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Shea, if it gets scored on a certain way, like, it's okay, cool. You trying. You'll be like, Luke, because it's Lucas. You'll be like,
can't say nothing, but you looking.
You looking. Who this slow ass running back up here?
I was gonna say we did get a $50 super chat that doubled back to the conversation we were having about Magic City. Benjamin Todd 5731 sent a $50 super chat and said, "I'm with Shady and Trey. Magic City should not be viewed as forbidden.
Thank you.
I think that sets a bad precedent. Also, to Acho's point about the phone and the internet, expose them in a safe space early rather than later in an unsafe space."
For sure. Like, something with kids, though, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I used to be like that a little bit, but I'm like, I didn't grow up like that. I grew up as a good kid. My parents ain't this high for everything. That's not the real world. They got internet now and phones. I want to show my kids what it is, what not to do. My son had a situation where him and his kids was playing with vapes and all that, right? Now, I was mad as hell. I said, you know what, Shay? This is a perfect example of to show him right from wrong. Because when I was a kid, my parents showed me what a crackhead looks like. That could be you if you smoke. You know what I mean? They tap on the window and all that. You walk into the store, they ask for quarters. That could be you. That's why you don't try drugs. But real quick, my son was playing with these kids and all that. I said, okay, bet, cool, happy it happened. Because I'm going to show you, if you want to play with vapes, you want to start smoking weed and doing other drugs, because that's the entry drug. Weed, everybody take the little weed. Now, I never smoked before, but take the little weed and all that, then it comes to other drugs. But when I take you to the hood spots, because he didn't grow up like I grew up. You know what I mean? Now he got big houses and he got these neighbors is all their, he living good. He ain't living good. So now I'm gonna bring you to the spot you need to be at. Yeah, because if you play around with these vapes, this can be you. And I think sometimes we always play defense as parents. Oh my God, let's hide them. You don't see that. Oh, don't. No, dude. Show them that. This could be you. If you mess around, you play with drugs and all that, play with guns. This could be you. So sometimes you gotta show the kids right from wrong, right? Like living life ain't in some book. Yeah, I mean, real. It ain't some turn to with all my children. That ain't real. That ain't real.
Y'all talking about right from wrong though is like it's almost like the NBA shouldn't be exposing you to a wrong. It's kind of my
but
thing.
Y'all saying a strip club is inherently wrong and it's just not. No, it's just not.
A strip club is inherently wrong.
I guess so. That's the line of demarcation. Because y'all don't think a strip club's inherently wrong. Me and Trey think a strip club. Me and Kieran.
Bro, it's their culture down there. I can't even take out.
I'm gonna put it like this. I would rather women be that are in that line of work. I would rather them be in Magic City than outside of Magic City.
If you genuinely don't think
it's a lot less safe outside the walls.
If you genuinely don't think that strip clubs promote the objectification of women, I'll bow out.
I mean, some people say objectification, some people say commodification. It all depends on what you like, what your flavor is. But
viewing a person as a commodity is objectification.
This is some.
Depends. I mean, you go to a strip club for a particular reason, and that particular reason is for
to see.
God.
Yeah. No, I feel you. Anyway, let's keep things going. Speaking of freaky, we have to go on to the next topic. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson had a video of him training for the next season. Someone quote tweeted this and said he out here doing running back drills. I thought that was hilarious. Shady, I mean, I know you're pretty disappointed in that one right there. Do you guys trust Deshaun Watson to be the Browns starter coming into the next season?
I do because I have no choice. I refuse to believe that Deshaun Watson just lost all of his powers. I'm on the island that refuses to believe that Deshaun went from that good to awful.
He got Stefanski'd.
I refuse to believe it, bro. I think that Deshaun Watson needed a hard reset emotionally. I think he needed a hard reset spiritually. He's been married since. He's settled down since. I think that Deshaun Watson is going to come back and play at a higher level at quarterback than the Browns have seen in the last 2 years. It's not saying that much, but I think he's going to play better than a rookie Shedeur Sanders and a 39-year-old Joe Flacco. I think Deshaun Watson can play at 500 level. He has a positive touchdown-interception ratio since being in Cleveland. I think he has a winning record since being in Cleveland, if I'm not mistaken. So I think Deshaun Watson is going to go out there and play winning football. He has to.
It's a hard one for me, man. Quick question though, why they couldn't show him throwing the ball?
Yeah, I don't know why I don't know.
Anyway, Deshaun Watson. Okay, this is a tough one because you ever see Space Jam, the real Space Jam, and they lose all their powers and they can't play no more. It's like how he went. People forget how good Deshaun Watson was. Deshaun Watson was so good. I'm like, wow, if the Browns get him, oh my God, look out. And it was like total opposite. So I don't know what happens. He's owed a lot of money, so he probably has to be the starter. I don't even know if it's a quarterback battle because of the money, right? He's $40 million, something like that. So you gotta pay him that. But I don't know if I trust him to dominate this year. I mean, just watching him on tape, it don't look like the same player, the same guy. And I was thinking maybe it's the confidence. People forget that when you lose confidence, you are a different person. You're a different player.
True. I
don't know if he ever gets back to being with Deshaun Watson we used to love. I hope he does, though. Young brother like that, man. I hope he overcome everything he's been through. But as far as playing the football on the field, I don't think so. He looked real bad. I'll just say that.
He does look real bad, but out of the quarterbacks that the Cleveland Browns are going to have on their roster, who has the highest upside?
Deshaun.
It's not even close.
Why?
I've seen him with my own eyes in the NFL do far more than anybody else in that roster.
When
he was in Houston.
Bet. Yeah. Let's talk about the Browns, man. Let's talk about the Browns, please. Because all that stuff don't matter. What you used to do.
What we've seen out of the guys from the Browns, he's looked better than. Has Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur shown more in the Browns uniform than?
The thing is, you compare them to rookies in their rookie season.
Yeah.
And everybody knows in their football, your second year is a better year. Okay. So, what I'm telling y'all is, from what I seen him in the Browns uniform, it hasn't been good. You could compare it to some rookies. I I'm going with the rookie guys.
Deshaun is what, maybe 31 years old now? Yeah. Like, he's still a young player.
Yeah.
He's had nothing but time to think, to grow, to mature.
He's been thinking. He's been growing. He's been doing all that. Everything you're saying, he's been doing. He's been thinking. He's been growing. He's been doing all type of stuff on and off the field. Why is he not good? You don't know. So my thing is, like, there's no way you can say that he's better than him. But
let me ask you this, too, Fab, he's bad for Deshaun Watson of old. But for a Cleveland quarterback, all things considered, Deshaun Watson hasn't been as bad. I mean, for Cleveland, what is he? You don't consider it a winning stat, but 63% completion percentage out there in Cleveland, positive touchdown interception ratio out there in Cleveland. Like, for a Cleveland quarterback, he's bad for Deshaun Watson. But 19 touchdowns, 12 interceptions for Cleveland, that's good.
Hold on.
Talk to me.
Where's his yards at, Carebear? I can't see.
In his 19 games, he has 3,365 yards for the Cleveland Browns. Nice. But he's also played 6 and 7 games every single year. Yeah.
But my point is, Deshaun is terrible compared to Deshaun in Houston. But Deshaun is not terrible compared to a Cleveland Browns quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, that's the point I'm making. 19 touchdowns, 12 picks.
He started more games he hasn't. 19 touchdowns, 12 picks.
It's not great, obviously.
No,
obviously.
It's not great.
What you're not going to do is sell me on this dude. Them numbers you tell me, those numbers don't look great.
Not at all.
But do you think his situation was better or worse in Cleveland compared to the Texans, though?
Way worse.
Way worse.
Come on.
Way worse. And I think that counts for something, though. If they go out there, they go get a real number one wide receiver. They have that defense that's playing at a very high level to back him up. Like, I hate
stats because, like, watching the game and watching them on tape, they ain't gonna show me stats.
Yeah.
These
aren't good stats either, though. Like, these are struggle stats.
I'm just saying, the reason we think Deshaun is so bad, rightfully so, is because we're comparing him to 33 touchdowns, 6 interception Houston Texans Deshaun. If the Browns drafted Deshaun and you saw this, you'd be like, this is par for the course for the Browns.
Because he's a rookie. Yeah, he's a rookie. But, like, he's not a rookie.
Yeah.
They gave a man $200 million guaranteed. Acho, we can't change like the format of his career. We can't do that.
Agreed, but
we gotta go off of what he's done.
But here's the point I'm trying to make is only Baker Mayfield for like one season has given you better quarterback play over like a 19-game period. Flacco over 19 games in Cleveland didn't. Case Keenum over 19 games in Cleveland didn't.
Cody Kessler didn't. Brandon Weeden didn't.
So my point, Shady, is just like my dog Colt McCoy didn't. I'm just saying, like, for a Cleveland quarterback, only Baker Mayfield has given you one 19-game stretch, which probably better than Deshaun.
And what's that mean?
So the point is, Deshaun's just not as bad. He's bad compared to Deshaun. Compared to Cleveland,
I don't think it's anything that he's like physically capable of, but I think your mental at the quarterback position is huge.
It's everything.
And right now he has the Tiger Woods type yips. The Tiger Woods, physically, he was able to get back to a good enough shape, but mentally was never really able for years to be able to like compete at that same level that he was whenever before. I think after everything that's happened, it's kind of hard to like trust that he's going to be able to go out there and find it again. Because the player that we saw last, I mean, bro, that 2020 season, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was crazy. He was unbelievable.
I got a question, though, because and you do more studying than I do. Have you ever seen a story where a guy was great, and then he goes from, like, one of the worst in the league and goes back to being great or really good again?
Kurt Warner?
He wasn't that bad.
Kurt
was
ever
nothing, and then, Kurt was nothing.
I remember Kurt.
When was he bad?
I remember, like, what's it called? After the first couple of St. Louis years for like mid-2000s, he wasn't bad.
He was the Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
No, I'm saying that was towards the end, though. I'm saying the gap in between that. Like 04, 05, 06.
Kurt was never Deshaun Watson.
Kurt was never. Kurt was never terrible.
Right. Come on now. Think hard now.
But remember, Deshaun had an outlier. All them lawsuits. There's nobody else who's gone through.
Oh, it's players like that. They've been through wild stuff. When you good, you good. It's players that get wild. They get wild trouble. They come back to be nice.
What's your Kurt Warner point, Kieran?
My Kurt Warner point is from the years 2002 to 2006. Only played in 31 games, had 27 touchdowns and 30 picks. Then he came back after that. Very talented player. He had injuries, all sorts of issues. Came back after that and took the Cardinals to the Super Bowl in 2008.
I don't know if I don't remember. I don't know if it was as bad as Deshaun.
I mean, statistically,
And there's the similar, like, I'm missing games, I'm not playing, I haven't gotten in my rhythm. Maybe it's just actual time on the field that Deshaun Watson needs to be able to work out these demons that he's got going on.
There's an argument to be made. I mean, 8-23 was Kurt Warner's record after Super Bowl before going back. So, like, there's an argument to be made. Yeah. But Deshaun, you better do it now.
Yeah. The only other situation that would be similar is like a Michael Vick. But even then, it wasn't like he got bad. He was amazing in Atlanta. Yeah. Then he left, and then he came back and he was amazing in Philly.
Again. Yeah, like Vic was never bad.
Yeah. Deshaun. But I think Kurt Warner's the only like somewhat similar situation. But also, he didn't have freaky allegations. It's tough.
That's the thing about it. What's it? Trey, where we at, bro? Anything? Any super chats?
We have a couple from earlier. I guess I'll get to real quick. So it's Versa said Ravens trade for Crosby. Does it really change anything? Just a rumor train. Ravens trade for Crosby. What do y'all think about that?
I've seen Crosby trade talk. I don't think that the Ravens need him because the Ravens don't need. I think Mentor can get good out of decent.
Mm-hmm. You saw him do it last year.
They don't have no pass rushers.
They don't, but remember, when Odafe Oweh, first-round pick to the Ravens, went to the Chargers under Mentor, he finished the season, Shady, 10 sacks in 7 games. Yep. So I think Mentor just knows how to get great out of decent. Yeah. Khalil Mack, 34 years old, ended up having, I think, 15 sacks, not this past season before. Yeah. So Mentor doesn't need what it will cost to get Maxx Crosby. I know a team that does. I think the Dallas Cowboys are a team that
You're damn straight.
Does.
You're damn straight.
I think Philly.
Nah. Oh, hell no.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been talking to Maxx Crosby a couple of times, man, and I mean, he ain't say that. You know, but I was pushing for it.
Well, no, it's interesting. The Raiders could be trading Maxx Crosby as early as this week, according to a report from Yahoo Sports. Several teams are keeping tabs on him. Philadelphia Eagles, like you said, also the Cowboys and the Patriots. I believe, obviously, I think he's best fit for the Dallas Cowboys and that star in his helmet. Do you guys think that Maxx Crosby is a good fit for the Cowboys?
I've never been to hell or heaven, but damn, you leave the Raiders, go to Eagles. That's like leaving the hell to go to heaven. Think about that. Like, think about how you wake up every day. I go to work. Who you got this week? I don't know. We're losing them too. I don't know. Compared to Philly. Yeah, yep. What's up, Saquon? Hey, it hurts. AJ, you here? You know what I'm saying? Cool. Is that you cool? Like, we have a chance to win another Super Bowl. So that's probably the best example of going from hell to heaven.
Wow. If Maxx goes to the Eagles, that would be very Howie Roseman-ish. But if I'm focusing on the Cowboys, terrible fit.
Terrible for the Cowboys?
For both. Maxx loves football. Loves football. Forget the distractions. I want to win football games. From what we know about Maxx Crosby, the person, the Dallas Cowboys are a team predicated upon distractions. Predicated upon it. Dalton Schultz leaves, and he said it was like a zoo in Dallas. DeMarcus Lawrence left, and he said they're much more serious over here in Seattle. In Dallas, we didn't keep the main thing. Could you imagine Maxx having to deal with the chaos that is the Dallas Cowboys and the zoo? The Dallas Cowboys are not football first. They're money first. Maxx Crosby is football over his health. Y'all remember how the season ended? He had like a messed up knee and he wanted to play, and the Raiders like, whoa, chill. We need you for trade capital.
He's out there playing basketball, yeah.
I don't think it's
in that category though. He ain't in Dalton. Disrespectful Dalton. It's Maxx Crosby. He's been a star. That's what he is. He played football. Like, great player gonna be a great player no matter where he's at. He ain't gonna have to worry about no distractions.
No, I don't think he's gonna love how the Cowboys do things. The Cowboys are not a football first franchise. Eagles, football first franchise. Patriots, football first franchise.
But wait, why not the Cowboys a football first franchise?
Cowboys, Jerry Jones, he cares about money.
He does care about the bottom line.
I disagree with that, though. But I always say this all the time, yo. Jerry Jones, one thing he does for the Cowboys, he gives them dudes whatever they want. He gives them, and also he gives them rosters. A couple years, like 3 years in a row, they had a legit top 5 roster. And they lose and they want to blame him. No, I don't believe that shit. Jerry Jones is a really good owner. Yeah, now sometimes he might, he gets carried away with his interviews and all that. But overall, bro, he gets them boys talented players. The whole Micah thing, right? I didn't love how that went down. But, he did draft Micah. He drafted him. He going to get you. The Dak Prescott. Like, we didn't name players that Jerry.
I'm not talking about the roster, Shady. I worked for the Cowboys for 2 years after I left the league. I'm talking about, the infrastructure of the Cowboys. There's no way you could be familiar with it because you'd be like, wait, what? True story. You know if Jerry Jones is at practice or not if his helicopter is there. There is no other owner or team I'm familiar with, and I played for a couple teams on practice squad for several different ones, where there is a helicopter on the practice field. You walk into the team facility, and they have $1 million worth of chandeliers and clear glass where everybody can see the practice facility. Philadelphia Eagles practice facility, it's grass like 20 feet high, so you can't even see the facility as they're driving by. We don't do tours in the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys have non-stop tours and studios built in there that everybody's just coming through.
God forbid a white boy have some motion. All right, let him fly his helicopter in there. He's one of the most oriful owners out there, bro. It's Jerry Jones at the end of the day.
What's that have to do with? I'm still trying to figure out helicopters, the see-through. Tell me what has to do with football.
That's my point. It doesn't have anything to do with football, and it's still present. There's too much stuff that ain't got nothing to do with football in Dallas.
Come on, bro.
Man.
Shady, I don't think it's coincidence that the Cowboys haven't won, even though they've had incredibly talented teams, incredibly good coaches.
So the years that Dak fumbled it, just doing what he does in the playoffs, okay, that had nothing to do with Jerry Jones. The years that they had that dominant defense, and he up there at San Francisco, when San Francisco was averaging 30 points a game, and the Cowboys had them locked up.
Yep.
Jerry Jones has nothing to do with that.
No.
Nothing. And we blame him because it's easy to do. Jerry bring them boys talent.
I agree with that.
I would say the only thing that Jerry Jones could be partially responsible for is his insatiable thirst for being in charge of everything. He wants to be the guy, the final dude that makes the decision on every single thing because he wants to not only just own the team, he wants to feel like he is the team, which is okay. Like it's okay if you're winning, but also I also think Jerry understands though that what pays more than anything is winning football games. Yeah. It's winning Super Bowls. It's the reason why Jerry Jones built the dynasty that he did, built the empire that he did. The Cowboys.
That's not true anymore. What we know in life right now is like being successful is just about being talked about. All news is good news. The reason I think Jerry Jones has so many players hold out, not because it's strategic, because it's going to get them talked about. Aren't they about to build not a Disney World out there in Frisco?
Yeah,
they're about to build
another
like a theme park right there by the facility. And I'm like, Jerry, how is that conducive to ball? The best teams in football, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Patriots, they're ball cities. The best teams historically in the Chiefs, they're cities about football.
These owners are businessmen,
like blue-collar football cities.
Yeah.
The most glitz and glamour cities in Scottsdale, Arizona.
You tell me you don't think Jerry Jones want to win a championship? We be talking like Jerry Jones is out here playing, is tackling, or he's doing D-back drills. He ain't. He's an owner. You do all that stuff, the helicopter, that have nothing to do with going on the field playing. Think about what I'm saying. Like, he ain't out there. You think Mr. Lurie out there tackling dudes?
But let me ask you this, though. If you're Maxx, knowing what you know on the outside in about the Cowboys, if you're Maxx Crosby, do you want to join the Cowboys?
I think that's a crazy question. Maxx Crosby grew up a Cowboys fan. Maxx Crosby's from Colleyville, Texas. No, Maxx Crosby's from there. Has a tattoo star on his body, like a Texas on his body. He has the Texas flag, and he has a Cowboys tattoo. I think on his chest or something like that.
Got a lot of tattoos.
He does have a lot of tattoos.
That, though?
But he's from Dallas. He's from the DFW area.
How you know about where the tattoos are?
Because I've been wanting him on my team for years at this point, bro. We don't have it, especially since Mike is gone. You think I'm just examining his body is crazy.
He said
he does.
He said it was in the chest. He was on. I ain't never.
And plus, we just won a Super Bowl with JSN because he had the star on his bicep. But no, I think Maxx Crosby actually more than anything, he's a fit with this roster. You have a defensive tackle tandem of Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams to go along with a Maxx Crosby, and you have an offense that has firepower like you've never seen before. I mean, it's a perfect fit for me, and I honestly think the Cowboys should do anything and everything to be able to trade that. I also think because they have 2 first-round picks, you have a lot to play with right now. You could trade back that 12, give somebody else some other picks, and then end up moving those picks for Maxx Crosby. I think that happens this week. He's a fit. He's a fit for the Cowboys.
He's a schematic fit. Yes. He is
That's what matters, though. He can eat in that system. We've seen Micah Parsons eat in that system. It's about getting your bread. It's about winning football games. He does both for the Dallas Cowboys.
Offense that put points up.
Yeah, offense that puts points up.
But here's where we're missing. And Shady, you know this better because you played however many years in the league. There's schematic fits and then there's culture fits. I think it is oil and water. Amari Cooper was a schematic fit in Dallas, but he wasn't a culture fit. He was not at all a culture fit. That's why he was out of there. Not schematics, not game. He wasn't a culture fit. CeeDee Lamb is a culture fit in Dallas. Because CeeDee Lamb loves ball, but he came on our show and he said, everybody love 88. Like, CeeDee Lamb.
Do you think Dak Prescott is not that, though?
Dak's not a culture fit. That's not a culture fit. Think about it. If you've been watching Dak since 2015,
he loves being the Dallas Cowboys quarterback.
Dak has tried to figure out who Dak is. I was there when Dak got drafted.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott has been trying to figure out who Dak Prescott is. Dak I'm gonna leave it at that.
Give me the players that like being in the spotlight. Then,
well, real quick, you think Maxx is a culture fit?
No, I think Maxx is a culture fit in Philly. He's a culture fit in New England.
Why didn't he culture fit in Dallas? I just want to know.
Because Maxx is about ball. Period.
Maxx is culture.
I'm not talking black culture, 2-5. I'm talking about like culture, football culture. Like Maxx is like, I want to play football. Period.
That's what. Yeah. I
mean, I'm not about the attention. I'm not about the glitz and glamour. And I don't want to do no pods right now. Like obviously he has a show. He has a show. But I'm saying like
you know what? I think if you hang around him a little bit, you would think differently. Maxx is he play ball, but he hangs out. He's
cool.
When they win and know, like think about this.
Bro, Maxx was out there sparring with Sean Strickland at the UFC PI. The dude in the UFC that says the most asinine, crazy ass, ridiculous stuff because he didn't care that he would be filmed with him or boxing with him or anything like that. He doesn't care.
He smokes cigars.
Also, Amari, you acting like he's this stoic ass. Like, bro, he was lighting up a blizzy after a game.
No,
bro. What are you talking about?
I'm saying. My thesis statement. Maxx Crosby is all about ball. The Dallas Cowboys are not. That's no more. I don't need to say anything more, anything less.
I can hear that point. All about ball. Amari Cooper, you mentioned him earlier. After his career's over, where is he going to say he had his best years?
I mean, with the Raiders, he was all pro, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was really good. With
Raiders, he was cold.
But where did he play in playoff games?
Yeah, Dallas, of course.
Come on now.
Why wasn't he? I thought he was a culture guy in Dallas.
No, man. Amari he didn't fit in, super quiet. And then when COVID popped up, he didn't want to go get the COVID shot. So then he ended up missing games. Those games ended up costing the Cowboys playoff positioning. And that's why he got him out of there.
Yeah.
Nobody just talked about it, but that was the hidden news behind the news.
Yeah. Speaking of some other moves in the NFC East, let's keep it pushing while talking about Deebo Samuel, not expected to return to the Commanders.
Deebo.
Very interesting situation now with him. Do you guys think the team should still want Deebo Samuel as it is?
I'll let Shady go first because he's not going to like my take at all. At all.
Yeah, I mean, they had a rough situation the whole year, though, right? Starting quarterback who had a great rookie season, Jaden Daniels, who we all think is one of the top elite young guys in the game, and he got hurt. He didn't play a lot. Superstar wide receiver. What's his name?
Terry McLaurin.
Scary Terry. Yeah, brain freeze. Scary Terry. Another one. He missed some games. Right. Wasn't sure if he's going to be there for the season or not. Doing the contract stuff, and then on the defense went really, really good. So, I mean, yeah, like I would take him back. You thought that you was getting Deebo. You thought you was getting Terry. You thought you was going to get Jaden Daniels, but you didn't get them guys. A lot of them guys was banged up. So I would love to see him. Then Eckler, he blows Achilles. Like everything that made the Commanders a team that everybody liked and loved, to be favorite in the NFC, one of the teams is favorite. None of their guys were really playing. So yes, I think I would like to see him back.
No, Deebo has had a really good. He had one really good season, all-pro season, phenomenal season. Deebo is incredible as a piece to a really good offense. But Deebo should not be the piece of a really good offense, and there's a difference. Deebo Samuel has 1,000-yard receiving season in his career. One. And for those that are like, yeah, but Acho, Deebo runs the ball too. Deebo hasn't ever had 400 yards rushing in a season either. So like Deebo Samuel coming off of last season, I believe he had 700 yards. Year before, 600 yards. Year before, 890 yards. Year before, 600 yards. You got to go back to 2021 to find a 1,400-yard season for Deebo Samuel.
14 is a lot. That's
Deebo is a whole lot. Deebo's not a receiver one, and Deebo's not a receiver two. Deebo's a really good third option to potentially a fourth option. That's what he was on the Niners. You had George Kittle. You had Brandon Ayuk. You had Christian McCaffrey ends up coming in. Like, Deebo Samuel's not a number 2 wide receiver, and in Washington, he had to try to be the 1 or the 2. Me and James Jones and Shady did a show last year. I talked about it ad nauseum. I was arguing with Shady, Deebo finna be all pro. I was like, Shady, no, he's not. Deebo's had one good year. One good year.
Yeah.
One. So, like, if you're acquiring Deebo, I am acquiring Deebo as the icing on the cake. He should not be a main ingredient. He should not be. Deebo is, I already have a Super Bowl offense, and let me just add him to it.
Absolutely. I actually agree with you. I think Deebo is a third wide receiver, fun gadget guy. I think he fits with the Kyle Shanahan offense, and a lot of other people won't know how to use him.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, I think he's also maybe not the easiest player to play with, or maybe not the easiest personality to be able to deal with. I saw this the other day. I wanted to bring it up. Deebo Samuel essentially throwing shade at Jimmy G. They asked him who the best quarterback that he's played with is, and he said, I'm not going to answer that, but I played with two really good ones, really good ones, Brock Purdy and Jaden Daniels, just leaving out Jimmy G. Thought that was a little crazy.
Because what's crazy?
He had the best year of his entire career by far and away with Jimmy G as his quarterback.
Well, he was asking, like, I don't think he's – you think Jimmy G's good?
No, but I think for him, he was amazing. It was unnecessary.
Yeah, Jimmy G's not good, but my thing is
also, you gonna say you're not gonna answer the question, just don't answer the question.
So he said, I played with two really good ones.
But think about it, 2-5. That's the question I'm not gonna answer. Then he answers the question. And then throws shade at the other one. Of course, I'm with it.
We throwing shade. I think it's just like, yo, damn, who's some of your quarterbacks? I'm like, I played with two really good ones. I played with Jaden Daniels and I played with Brock Purdy.
But think about this. You've played with the two greatest quarterbacks of all time, more than likely. If I ask you that question, you don't even say that. You say, I play with a bunch of good ones. Actually, Acho, I play with McNabb. I play with Vic. You wouldn't even throw shade at McNabb. And you play with Brady and Mahomes.
But all them guys are all good. Everybody I play with is good. They're all good. Some greater than others, but they're all good.
Best one Kevin Cobb, though, right?
But they ask, like, yo, like, who's the best quarterback? You're like, man, he's probably thinking like, yo, you know what? I ain't answer that question. I mean, I played with two really good ones, though. I played with Jaden Daniels and I played with like, I always nothing wrong with this. The problem is that's the issue. We so sensitive, but now we can't be honest.
Yeah.
Nobody in this room would say Jimmy G is good.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But then if we being
honest, the way he phrased it, though, I think the quote could have been taken out of context that way. Yeah.
That's what the media always does.
But if we being honest, then Deebo's washed.
Deebo is washed, though.
I can't say he's washed.
He's
Shady,
a 20.
The film says he's washed. The numbers say he's washed. The yards after catch say he's washed.
Can I be honest about Deebo?
Everything says.
Can I be honest about Deebo?
This year?
Go ahead.
I think Deebo's best trait was like being this unbelievable athlete that Kyle Shanahan knew how to use. Mm-hmm. And whenever you had injuries at other positions, maybe Brandon Ayuk's not available, you see that he can't be a real wide receiver one. And as far as this past year, you see that he can't be a real wide receiver two. Especially in today's NFL where wide receiver twos are becoming better and better and better. I just think Deebo Samuel, he's about to be 30 years old next season, and we're going to be in a situation where he's a guy that's just another guy on a roster. I don't really think Deebo Samuel is going to continue being a name that we're talking about whenever it comes to elite wide receivers. He was once in that category, but it's okay.
He wasn't. He was never an elite wide receiver. He had elite wide receiver numbers 1 year.
Yeah.
Like, there's a difference.
He was a first-team All-Pro receiver
you feel
1
me?
year, though.
Like, there's a difference. Deebo was never an elite wide receiver. Deebo was an elite football player.
Yes.
He was an elite football player.
Yeah.
But elite wide receiver, ask anybody. James Jones will tell you, like, Deebo ain't routing nobody up.
No.
Deebo ain't mossing nobody. Deebo is the toughest receiver to tackle in the open field in football, in my estimation.
I feel like he's a running back playing wide receiver. Is that a fair from a fair perspective, that's what it looks like. He looks like a running back playing wide receiver out there. He's extremely hard to tackle after the catch, has crazy bursts, incredible, but he's not.
But what's even crazy is like he used to. Even if you think about it now, like here's the most damning part about what happened with Deebo. They put him back out there at kick returner because they're like, we got to get more use out of you.
Yeah.
Deebo finished the season returning kicks for Washington because they were like, look, bruh, we got to get the ball in your hands somehow.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to beat man and if you're not going to beat press, we're going to find a way to get the ball in your hands. But, Shady, I just don't know how you can look at Deebo averaging 700 yards his last 4 seasons and say, you know what? I want that guy.
It's not bad. They get the ball in his hands, but it's like.
I think he's still good. I mean, I don't know if he's elite, top 5, top 10. I don't think he's that anymore. But I think he's still good. I mean, you just got to use him the right way. My thing is this. We thought we was getting Deebo to this great offense, but when we look at the offense, Terry McLaurin, he won there. He was in and out, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it was some games where he was trying to, because he missed the whole training camp. Like he was on a pitch count.
Yep.
I mean, he's our best wide receiver. Okay, and then our tight end out for the year, Zach Ertz, our all-star quarterback, our franchise guy, who we all fell in love with. He got hurt. Austin Eckler, he get hurt. So like. I get it. The stats might be the same. That's why I hate the stats. But if you look at the offense, nobody really played well. Nobody did. Defense, they couldn't stop nobody. So when we're asking these questions about, well, who did play good for
the only other thing I'll say is like, when you see somebody get broken up with, you got to ask like, hey, why you break up with that person? Because that'll tell you more than anything. At the point in which Kyle Shanahan and the Niners were like, you know what, Deebo, we're good. Then you go to the Commanders, and the Commanders are like, hey, you know what, Deebo? We're good. I would have a little bit of trepidation before I pull the trigger. Because the Niners, who need to win a Super Bowl, said, Deebo, we're good on you, even though Ayuk was a question mark. Then the Commanders, who are in the midst of a quarterback under his rookie deal, are like, you know what, Deebo, we're good on you. If two teams that have Super Bowl aspirations are both saying we're good on a Super Bowl piece, why should you want them? That's the only other question you have to ask yourself. It's like, Dan Quinn isn't in the business of turning down good players, and Kyle Shanahan is definitely not in the business of rejecting good players. It's just something that you have to consider.
It's funny, man, because there's other players that do bad, and they always get another shots all the time, and we don't do this. We don't. Like quarterbacks. I mean, I've watched Carson Wentz get chance after chance.
To be a backup.
Well, he started some places. I mean, he went to the Colts.
Yeah.
Started. Then he went to
Washington, started half the season. And that was that.
So I'm saying, it's like
Vikings played some starts this past year, too.
Like, how's he, you know what I mean? Like, I never thought he was, he getting chances? So, I just, why can't we give Deebo the same grace? Sam Darnold, that's your boy, right? Yeah. I mean, we know what he looked like for the Jets. I don't know if you guys forgot. I didn't forget what he looked like for the Jets. Then he goes back and rolls. Oh, he went to Carolina, trying to figure it out. Then he gets on and he does well. Like, why can't Deebo get the same type of grace?
I would give him that grace as a receiver 3. If that's the conversation we're having, hell yeah. Deebo is a receiver 3?
So,
great receiver 3.
Hell yeah.
In your mind, right? Hold on. You telling me that Deebo can't be a number 2 anywhere in the league?
He could be. He's not a good one.
No. Anywhere though.
No, he can be. Yeah.
Okay.
He can be a number 2 for the Raiders.
Not a good one.
He's not a good one though. No, he's not a good wide receiver 2 anywhere.
I want Deebo as like a number 3 or number 4, like how the Cowboys used Kevontae Turpin.
Yeah.
Samuel.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
That's a good one, yeah.
I got Pickens, I got CD.
Yeah.
Deebo Samuel, I'm gonna get you 8 touches a game.
And in today's day and age, though, you got good wide receiver 2s.
Yes.
Though. you got
Eagles,
solid.
I got Smitty, I got AJ.
Even look at Seattle. I got Shaheed. I got JSN.
Yes.
Cincinnati. I got Jamar. I got T. I got AJ. I got Devontae.
Those are Panthers.
You got Tet, and then you don't really. I mean,
I wouldn't want Deebo as my number 2.
You wouldn't want him as a number 2. There.
You know what I mean? Like you need like a real number.
You already got Xavier Leggett, another dude from South Carolina that's not producing right now. You don't want that.
Wow, you guys are tough, man.
Trey, any super chats to get us out of here?
Yeah,
bro?
I do have some super chats. Let's go back to 68J Crypto for Life. Said, just want to say I'm a huge fan. Keep it up. And Shady, you are the man, my guy. Also sent another $20 super chat, double down, and said, I'm a Cowboy fan for 41 years. We are overdue.
That's true.
Very much overdue.
I tell you what, being a Cowboy fan for 41 years is better than being a Cowboy fan for... How long you been a Cowboy fan, Carebear?
Since I came out the womb, brother.
27 years. So at least you've seen some winning. Benjamin Todd 5731 sent another super chat and said, as a 49er fan, I witnessed Deebo Samuel ask for a trade because he didn't want to be used out of the back, only to come back next season to be a running back because Deebo knew deep down that was his best trade.
There's some truth to that.
And he's a Niner fan, he said?
Yeah, he said he's a Niners fan, yeah.
That's tough. Ask him, if you text the guys,
Yeah.
ask him, is Jimmy G a good quarterback?
Okay, bet.
I just want to make sure I'm not wrong.
Benjamin, let us know.
Not
do you
good,
think,
man. He's just...
Do you think
he deserves some credit.
Miley Z1X.
Miley Cyrus?
Nope.
I know that is.
Just that many Y's.
Yeah, there's just that many Y's in the name. Said Deebo asked for a trade. Kyle wanted him to stay there. There's multiple press conferences of him saying that. So the argument that Kyle wanted to move on from him just doesn't fit here.
That's true.
I think there's a difference between
that's true.
That is true. There's a difference between want and willing.
Yeah.
The Eagles are not willing to move on from A.J. Brown last season or the season before.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, cool. You're not going anywhere.
AJ didn't say he want to leave either. I'm just saying, hold up now. I don't care what the perception is. He never said y'all want to leave. He never did that.
Like that's
Deebo said he did want to leave.
The Niners knew that they could survive without Deebo, and they did. and they did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ricky Pearsall had just as good a season as Deebo Samuel. Like we'll be okay.
He better than Deebo?
No, not at their heights, no. But right now I'd take Ricky Pearsall over Deebo every day.
Also, you know who Miley Cyrus is?
She's a singer.
Yeah, you know Hannah Montana?
No, I don't know. Oh, and I heard that. Future says that And my feature says that song.
He might have you in the corner, Tupac.
What corner?
He might have you.
You're aware of Miley Cyrus.
He might have you in the corner.
But you're not aware of Hannah Montana. But you slander me and Trey about Drake and Josh all the damn time.
What talking about?
But you're not aware of one of the most popular children's shows of all time.
What talking about?
So he was in here lying about not knowing the show.
He might have you in the corner, Tupac.
How? I don't. First of all, y'all know.
Miley Cyrus was from Hannah Montana.
That's how she became famous.
I didn't know that. I heard.
You know.
How you think I watch stuff like that? Look at y'all know how.
But how you know Miley Cyrus?
How do you know Miley Cyrus?
I heard her name before. I don't know what she looks like. I know the name, Miley Cyrus. I know the name. Like, for example, I know the Beatles.
If we run the tape back when
I know the Beatles.
You said Miley, you said, I know who that is. You said that with some conviction.
Man, listen,
you seen her.
I hate to be this guy.
You did say that. I know who it is.
I know y'all want me to fit in y'all group. I'm not. I don't know. I don't listen to stuff like that. I don't know none of her songs. Come on, man.
You do.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
Okay.
You might not know that you do, but you do.
Yeah, you've heard them.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
we can't stop. And we won't.
I don't know that one. Yeah.
Okay, my fault. I came in like a wrecking ball.
You know that one?
I've never heard.
Okay,
I've never heard that.
my song, the butterfly fly away. Not in my head like yeah. Moving my hips like yeah. It was the number one song in the world, Shady. It was legit. You not knowing the number one song in the world. That's an indictment on you.
In whose world?
In the
world.
In the most
8 billion of us share.
Even if you were to kick back, if you were to football stadium,
Shady, you know that song.
Dog. In my neighborhoods, we not listening to that song.
If football stadiums,
I guarantee you they listen to that song in your neighborhood. I guarantee you that.
If football
If I
stadiums,
go
they
down
play
the
it.
street blasting that, people gonna be like, "Oh, okay, I know that
If
song."
football stadiums, they play the song.
They do play that song.
play
You
songs.
heard that song
Speaking
before.
of your neighborhood, Shady, we did get a $10 super
This is
chat
crazy.
from Airborne Homestead that says Shady and McDevitt used to get BTA when they would come up to Lancaster and play Wilson and the Amish Kids. Is that true? Yes or no?
Ooh. You got whooped by some Amish kids, but you don't know party in the USA? They had you partying in the
What's the
USA, brother.
correlation?
You think Smile Kids beat me in high school?
That's
Just let you know. I just want you to know I was like Gatorade Player of the Year and all that. Like,
Okay,
this,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. So he's capping.
Yeah.
He wasted $10. Sent $10.
He ain't
a lot.
wasted. We appreciate it.
Oh, okay.
Hold on,
Yeah,
what years was this? What was the school that he named?
Bishop McDevitt, I looked it up, was the school.
Okay.
And then I couldn't find the Wilson school. You know the name of the Wilson
I never heard of it.
Harrisburg? Just type in Wilson Harrisburg.
I've never played Wilson before.
What high school did you go to, Shady?
Bishop McDevitt.
Bishop McDevitt.
So Bishop McDevitt used to get whooped.
That's what he said. He said Shady and McDevitt used to come to Wilson Harrisburg High School and get belt to ass from some big corn-fed Amish kids.
What year were you in high school?
Shady would have been in high school 2000.
06.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania is known for their Amish community.
Go ahead and look.
We did get I got a
So
$10.
they did go 30. They did go 13-1.
Who is that?
In 2006, Shady went 13-1 with them. They lost.
I only played 4 games my senior year. 1,000 yards.
Oh, okay.
Go to junior year, bro.
Okay,
Go to
we'll
junior year.
see junior year.
Go to junior year.
That
bro.
was 05, 06.
Yeah,
okay.
let's see.
04,
That's as far as it goes back. Damn, you old. Okay, let's see. So Carlisle, they lost 26-20. You remember this game? Okay.
That's the Division 1 players.
Central Dauphin, they lost 41-28. Do you remember this game?
Mm-hmm.
That was
What's the box score? What was Shady putting up any numbers?
Central Catholic whooped y'all 44-0.
Yeah, they good. They good this year. They always good. But go
to box score,
wait,
man.
no, stop. Go back. Go to Central.
Which
Hold on.
one?
Go to Central Dolphin. No. Go down because we lost to them first. And we see them in the
Central
playoffs.
Came back.
We see
okay.
right there.
Got your
And
get back.
Carlisle, yeah. They got their get back.
We gotta-
They got their get
Well,
back on both
let's
of
go
them.
down to the wins though, because now we see in high
the
school.
wins?
Now go to the box score.
So this one? Yeah, we'll see Central Dauphin. What you
Let's
did.
just see what Shady did.
We don't have the great access.
I can tell you. I can tell you.
Yeah, go ahead and tell us, man.
400 yards.
Stop it.
Wow.
Yeah, like 400 yards rushing, then 100 yards receiving. Yeah. I mean,
that's
you know.
crazy.
Wow.
You want to go to the Carlisle team we lost to?
Yeah, let's see.
Right.
44 skunk, you couldn't have gone off.
7. Yeah, they was nice.
Yeah, I'm about to
But
say.
you know what?
44
Look,
always crazy.
Yo,
State championship.
that's the same school that Dan Marino went. You know, Pennsylvania.
really?
We play
Central.
football.
Central Catholic got some dudes.
Yeah. Oh, you know? Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, they got
Yo,
some dudes.
real quick. They were so nice that the players that I played at Pitt in college, right? Now Central Catholic is in Pittsburgh. I played with like 6 of them dudes on that team in college. So that was real nice. I guess then we get to college though when everybody's nice. and they was regular. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they had a good program. I ain't hating against. I like Central Catholic.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ethan, do your thing, bruh. We out of super chats.
The chat wanted me to read,
Miley Cyrus.
read the one from yesterday.
Oh no, hold up. The chat. I want to know that before we get up out of here. Chat, y'all know Party in the USA, right?
Oh, they definitely do.
I was about to say,
Party in the USA. Party in the USA.
No.
Shady might
That's
have
Born
some
in the
funny
USA.
comments.
Born in the USA.
Born in the USA.
So you know Bruce Springsteen, but you don't know Miley Cyrus?
See, real quick. I'm not gonna know his name. Let me help you out real quick.
Okay.
When we playing these big teams in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those
They're gonna play a lot of
schools
stuff.
ain't really my neighborhoods, not.
Yeah.
But like it's this one song at Pitt. They used to say damn, how's it go? Come on, how you forget this? Oh, I forget what it was, but
What was it?
it was like one of them like
Sweet
Caroline.
Caroline.
Yeah, like you
Good time never been so good.
Like who sings that? I don't know who sings that song.
I don't
Who
know.
does sing that song? Is that
Neil Diamond. Yeah, Neil Diamond. I also just know a lot of music stuff though. That's just.
But that Sweet Caroline is Party in the USA in 20.
Party in the
17.
USA.
If you're in Boston, Massachusetts, it's still Party in the USA. Like they love Sweet Caroline. Yeah. Also, if you're in Europe, they be singing that.
Why? This is the part I don't get though. I don't get mad at y'all if y'all don't know certain things. Why I get so mad at me if I don't know these artists?
Because we feel like you.
Have you heard that? Okay, hold on. We'll try this one. We'll try this one. Have you heard the in the club with my high up perp with my J's on? You ever heard that?
That's a silly, stupid ass song.
It was. Made it.
That was when she was in her black scent.
Yeah, it was when she was black.
She was
I miss when Justin Bieber was black though. He need to be black again. I tell you, need to tell him
white
that.
as hell, white as
Super
the
white.
white can come, but she went through.
From the mountains of Caucasus.
Typical like.
Phase. She went through her phase.
Yeah, she went through her phase where I'm gonna be black.
She
to this audience
she
and then
twerked
turn
on
my back
Robin
on
Thicke,
her.
and
Post
everyone thought that she
Miley
invented
Cyrus,
twerking.
You know they all do it.
It was pretty bad.
Hold up, but I know.
It was disrespectful to ass
You know how I do
everywhere.
know? Britney Spears.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, Britney. She was our generation's Britney Spears.
Keep that because
You're not that old, bro. She was your generation's Britney Spears.
I know Pink.
I don't even know Pink.
Oh yeah, Pink. Yeah,
You know Pink?
I know of Pink, but I knew
You
Fergie.
definitely know. So what? I'm still a rock star. I got my rock.
Oh yeah, that's not one of her best songs.
That's Pink's. Yeah, it's one of Pink's
No,
songs.
she had way better songs than that.
She
She had a song with Lil Kim and all that.
No, you're thinking of Gwen Stefani.
You're thinking of Gwen Stefani.
You're thinking of Gwen
That-
Stefani.
No,
That's that.
You're
No,
thinking
Gwen
it's
Stefani is
Banana.
B-A-N-A-N.
It's
Yo. Can y'all relax?
Okay.
Well,
Pink has a song with Lil Kim. Y'all gotta get.
What you talking about? Moulin Rouge?
Y'all
Pink was
culture.
on that.
Y'all got bad culture,
talking about
man.
Lady Marmalade?
Yeah.
Y'all got
That's
bad
Christina
culture.
Aguilera.
Was Pink on that? Yeah, that was
Christina
Christina.
Aguilera.
no,
Yeah.
Pink is on that song too.
Okay,
got
Pink.
bad-
Yeah,
they got
okay.
bad culture, yo.
Yeah.
They got bad
I thought
culture,
you
bro.
would. Yeah.
On Lady Marmalade?
Say yeah.
Lady Marmalade, Pink is on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It's
got
Gwen
bad-
Stefani.
Nah, Christina.
Nah, they're both on that song. It's Gwen Stefani, Lil Kim, and Pink.
It was the all three of the white girls was on there.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lil Kim wasn't playing. Yeah, she had the Holy
Y'all
Trinity.
gotta get back
Who was
culture, man.
who was the boom boom? What you know about me? What you know? Boom. Is that
That
Lil
was Lil Mama. Yeah,
Lil
that was Lil
Mama.
Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not white.
No. I know she's not. Is Lil Kim white?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, we were talking about Gwen
No.
Stefani.
not
I was
doing
like,
that.
you said three white girls. It was Gwen and it was Pink.
What
and then it
about
was Lil Kim.
3LW?
What about him?
I
I know them. I know people, but I just don't know. We just live in different.
I just know 90s R&B. 90s rap not getting listened to in my household.
I know.
Can't do it.
Who's Britney Spears? Her rival.
Jessica Simpson.
I know Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson.
Oh,
Nah, that was Brittany and Jessica. No.
Nah,
It was Christina.
Brittany. She's married to
What song?
Right, you say rivals.
who is she married? She's married to the quarterback.
Who?
Tony.
That was
Romo?
Jessica Simpson. She dated Tony
Simpson.
Romo. for a
Yeah,
while.
see?
That was awful.
I
She
know
from Dallas.
I
I just remember she was in
They
Dukes
know
of
some
Hazzard.
white culture.
I know all culture, but I don't know some of
We
y'all.
just going white girl for white girl at this point? Is that
No. Justin Timberlake popping.
Justin Timberlake has always been
always.
tough though.
JT,
Like,
JT.
since he was a little kid.
In sync.
That's Justin Timberlake, yeah.
Oh.
Well, speaking of women, I got one last super chat to
Okay.
read because he sent $30 at this point. Acho, rules are rules. Central Cash yesterday sent two $10 super chats, but he's, let me know, basically 20. He said, so quick question, Acho. You told a story of you being on the beach and you saw a woman and you didn't say anything. So did you say something?
Who was she?
Did you go back and holler at her and be for real, Acho? Because you
question.
turned that IG reel into a learning lesson. But what we want to know is, did you let them footsteps go or did you go after them footsteps?
Bruh.
The people want to know.
I'm in Australia on the beach at 5:30 in the morning. I don't have my cell phone.
Okay.
It's one of those like walks with God. Like we just talking me and God around.
Yeah.
I'm walking, this person's walking. I don't even know. I just go out the way, they go out the way.
Yeah.
The point, moral of the Story Central cast was like, hey, don't be so rude and avoid people. Say what's up to people.
Nah, her spirit whispered like you got 6 snaps in a 2014 game where Shady had 150 yards.
Hey.
Must have been crazy,
This
bro.
guy's crazy, man.
That's wild.
It was calling to you. You were like, oh, I could have got 7, but I rolled an ankle running down there one time.
Who let him on the show?
Listen, you hired that man. You continue to sign his
Yo,
checks.
man.
He's great at what he
Yo,
does.
do you ever,
but he's
like,
going to get his slander
when
off.
somebody's,
He going to get his jokes
you ever
off.
do something like when somebody's in like you go to like Turks, you know what I mean? You go to like the social media, you go to Instagram, the like location. Who's here?
I'll see you out there.
And I'm like, man, so cause
Yeah, Trey, they having a different conversation. We can bow out.
Oh, no.
They talking about, well, you ever just been in Turks and you check a girl location?
No,
She
you're
was in
no,
Turks.
not a girl.
you're still included.
no, not a girl. I'm saying
not there.
anybody location. You know who's all there? And he's like, you see Acho post picture, he's there. And then they post when they there. You like,
Okay, it's time to wrap it up. No, we got to get out of here before it gets crazy again.
I just
We
asked.
got to get out.
I didn't know where Shady was going.
I picked it up right away.
I didn't know where
Listen,
Shady.
Shady's
a troublemaker.
That's on y'all, man. I'm just gonna be popcorn. I need some popcorn if we going down that road.
Nah,
Shady is a
Y'all connect the dots at
bruh.
home.
man.
I ain't doing it.
Take your
Shady,
time, man.
did you want to connect the dots? Shady?
Let's ask. I can't even ask questions. Never mind.
Look,
guess-
we got to get up out of this show, man.
That was-
It's been an amazing
I
time.
really took Shady literally.
Yeah, no,
bro.
I
thought he was going
ready
somewhere.
for it too.
I thought he-
Look,
yeah.
we will be back here
that was
tomorrow
crazy.
night at 11:15 p.m. Eastern,
That was wild.
10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific here in the Speakeasy. We will never respect Mountain Time. Let's trade on shit, and we'll respect it. But other
Appreciate
than that,
that.
we won't.
Appreciate that.
We will never. Look. For Carebear Kieran, for LaShawn Shady McCoy, Emmanuel Acho, Social Trey, and everyone in the back, make some noise in the back. We'll see you guys next time right here in the Speakeasy.
Yeah. What I do wrong?